die at one point at Mahler. His
Okay.
um it's uh he also kind of like is a very firm TLJ defender. Like he's said like it's impossible to defend the prequels. Like took a lot of shots
Adam? Adam or Turf Nation?
at Adam. Adam. I think he took like he did like a couple of videos called the Adable Good Child Idiot.
Oh, okay. Yes, what incredible insults.
Yeah.
Can't I edit my avatar in this shit?
How did you get him onto your server, or why did you let him in? Or is he? I'm just like, he's not behaving like a numbskull. Really? That's surprising. Wow. So, so he's okay. He's behaving okay. Wow. I was not anticipating that.
Why
Hmm.
can't I change my avatar in this shit? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the stupid squares. That was very appreciated, Discord.
Hmm.
Okay, so Turf Nation also thinks that Revenge of the Sith is great, that The Last Jedi is great. Robot Head doesn't understand lightsabers, apparently. Okay, so Turf Nation also thinks that Revenge of the Sith is great, that The Last Jedi is great. Robot.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
here.
I am still here.
Um, I think the three people should be fine. I'm a talkative person, if you hadn't noticed. Announcements, announcements, announcements. A horrible way to
Announcements,
die. A
announcements.
horrible way to die. A horrible way to die. A horrible way, a horrible way, a horrible way to
A
die.
horrible video to watch. White Sturros.
Hmm. So turf contrarian, just a big contrarian. Like that's just what he is, right?
And also quite a bit of an asshole, apparently.
Mm. Oh, as bad
Oh,
as Turf Nation is, Remarkable Republican is worse.
I mean, at least we know that Remarkable Republican is a
That
troll.
is true, but it's still hilarious. Like all the BS he comes up with. Admittedly, he doesn't touch on the Rhaegal death, but it's still kind of wow. And this is why I use StreamYards. This is why I use StreamYards. Only if you do it more than 20 hours a month.
Don't you do it more than that?
I I do more than I do more than that by virtue of the fact that I stream like 3 times a week.
It's been that way for a while.
Oh man. I guess so.
So the way this looks on stream is we got the video, we have a black chat, and underneath we have your Discord.
Let me. I'll share it around in my Discord too, since I'm live.
Okay, so I have not seen this video yet, and that's probably for the better. But I expect it to be pretty sick when we're done.
Alrighty, I shared it in my server, so maybe we'll get a few more people in. Ooh. No, cancel White. He sucks. Hmm. Yeah, you are to be cancelled. Or you are to be cancelled. Cancellation.
Dragon, you might want to look at how this looks on YouTube. Alright, now it looks better. You can actually see our icons.
Hmm. Julio. Cool. Well trodden ground, but it must be trodden.
It must.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Indeed it was. Nope, it doesn't.
Oh dear. Mm-hmm.
Damn, Dragon, you are not
Life,
flying well.
life sucks to deal with it. Interesting. I don't know what you mean by that.
YouTube, no! Hello.
Ooh, ooh, we have takeoff.
Greetings, mortals.
I'm, I'm stone cold sober.
I don't drink, so. Yep.
Yay.
Let's get started on this terrible video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Why It's Great. This is the series where I pay my respect to some of the movies.
Yeah, the audio is fine.
Fine
Yeah,
for
it's
me
fine.
too.
Yep.
Let's go.
Movies that I feel get too much undeserved hate, and highlight some of the aspects of these films that in my opinion are great. Today we'll be tackling Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, which is a film that has been heavily criticized on this platform and pretty much everywhere else, even by me in the past. But those days are gone, because today I will be trying my hardest to only mention the positives of this movie, because as you all know, here on the Turf Nation channel, we're all about positivity. Hopefully this series can help raise awareness to some of
We're all about positivity.
Uh, uh-huh.
Very
Do you
funny.
realize that positivity does constantly does not breed good criticism, right? Yeah. That's,
Oh,
yeah, I wish it would.
positivity. Even though I'm
I
not being positive.
I wish that yeah, I wish that Game of Thrones was better, but it's just like when the writers devolve into saying stuff like, "Oh,
Danny kind of
and he kind of
forgot.
forgot." At that point, it's just like, no, no, no. This has gone into the realms of trash. I'm very sorry.
the less appreciated films in cinema, and help some people understand why it's okay to defend the movies that you love, even if other people don't agree with you. We're all different, we all like different things, and any movie can be filled with
Almost
positives if you're just
subjectivisms.
Mm,
It's almost
Any movie can be
subjectivisms.
Any movie can be filled with positives, yes, but that doesn't mean that every movie is good.
And yes, you can like any movie. That doesn't mean that your defenses for it make any sense.
Hmm. Cool. I just think this is interesting. Another person to come on. I think you just add friends to DM.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just do that and you'll be cool. Yeah.
I can be your friend. Mm,
Yeah, it would.
would. Life is not like that. Life isn't fair. Mr. On Trips, pleasure to meet you after a long last.
It's a pleasure for me as well. Good evening or good day, depending on where you're at,
Greetings.
of course.
Life. Lovely to have you. Yeah.
Willing to look for them. However, I have been told that these videos do leave the impression that I'm simply ignoring the flaws of these films, and that I have some political agenda behind it, which is fair enough. It's a weird concept, so I will leave a section at the end where
I ignore flaws, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna do in this video.
I talk a little bit about the negatives of this film, but it won't be that long and you can always skip it. But yes, today we're going to be highlighting the standout moments and just aspects in general.
Uh, yeah,
And
you're
that
the
moment.
heat of it. The heat has utterly destroyed your insides. You're dead.
Talk a little bit about the negatives of this film, but it won't be that long and you can always skip it. But yes, today we're going to be highlighting the standout moments.
Well, this is definitely not a standout moment,
So
but
so your small and larger intestines are destroyed. Your one of your kidneys is probably destroyed. Your liver's destroyed. Um, so many things that you need are now destroyed. Yeah, a- and you can bring people back from the dead apparently if you die. Hmm. Life.
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's also a bit
And
weird. It's just a bit weird that he takes this as an example of a good moment.
Which
Questionable
is
choice, but
weird.
resurrected and then makes his own illusion where he forgives himself. Nice.
Hmm.
and just aspects in general from The Rise of Skywalker. However, I must say that when I talk about these moments, I'm reviewing them with regard to other Star Wars movies, which makes it a little easier to find the good parts. Comparing this film to Lord of the Rings would be foolish and pointless because it wouldn't stand a chance, so instead I will compare the moments and bright spots to the other Star Wars movies. So I'll basically talk about a moment if it's either a good film moment or a good Star Wars moment. I think that makes sense. Also, most of you know my
As far as I'm
I,
concerned, it's just a moment that's well written. That's it.
same. Even the even like some moments that I would say like that even like I'm just like don't necessarily like the the way that it was done, but I like the moment. And that is pretty much like anything in Revenge of the Sith. This is um like Order 66 is not terribly well built up to, but it's still a powerful moment nonetheless.
I wonder how much. I wonder if the Star Wars moments will be moments where there's just uh, some basic, like the X-wing right there is a perfect example. Oh, the X-wing, good Star Wars moment.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And the fact that he as a ghost can interact with the physical world.
He dies because of it when he could have just easily gone there. Since if he goes as a ghost, he's dead. As a ghost, he possibly dies. So yeah,
Oh, it's ATM6 is actually not AT-ATs for some reason.
mutant AT, they're roided up AT-ATs. Is that's all they are.
Gorilla walkers.
You gotta ramp things up.
Anyway, let's move on.
my method of rating moments with either bronze, silver, or gold. And even if you haven't watched my videos before, it's pretty easy to pick up on. If you do need some context, the link to my Last Jedi video is on screen right now. Anyways, without further ado, let's just get into it. Here's why Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is great. Now the opening scene is once again fantastic. I guess it's something most Star Wars movies seem to nail, at least the ones we've talked about. Anyways, the opening scene with Kylo is brilliant. It really sets a dramatic tone right from the beginning, and it helps build Kylo Ren.
Man. That's
This guy's
just
going on. Oh,
no.
the tone, the dramatic tone. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, is this guy? This guy is not going to put any sort of qualification for what makes these scenes good, is he?
Nope.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Mustafar apparently.
Which
lava
is
planet,
According to the
forest.
novelization, this is the only spot that has any vegetation on the entire planet, which is strange and is just unnecessary. You can put the Wayfinder in Vader's castle. It's a much better place to put it.
yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
In
like
the
man,
First Order.
just thinking about the plot makes it impossible not to laugh. exactly
or just come out in
happening here?
space. The amount of like vacuum there is compared to planets. Come on.
That's like 30 seconds, and you've already broken the plot 3 times over. I'm not familiar with Halo, so
No,
Neither.
me neither.
anyway, let's just move on with this shit.
Threat, which is important since this film relies on the situation seeming hopeless for the heroes. Kylo Ren is also just badass. Most things on Exegol
He's
are also
not.
great.
Wait, that's it?
Also, he says badass. Remember when in The Force Awakens you were sitting in the theater? Cool masked Kylo Ren, and then he takes off his mask.
Yeah, suddenly he's not threatening anymore with his baby face.
And then
It's
think,
brutal.
badass. Right.
Great. The atmosphere on Exegol is really creepy and honestly just what I'd imagine the secret planet of the Sith would look like and feel like. J.J. Abrams is always good at designing his films to speak to our senses, be it the visuals, the sound design and the music, or the tone of the scene. Exegol is one of my favorite places in the Star Wars franchise. Now, the beginning of this film is of course very controversial.
His favorite. One of his favorite things. Okay.
This barren hunk of rock and sand where
Raw.
basically everything is superfluous or reductive.
It's just nobody would live on this planet. It's impossible to live here.
Oh, what do you mean done? They eat Snokes.
Oh yeah, the cannibals. Yay.
No
That's
soup for everyone.
pleasant.
It's not like they already had a Sith planet lying around somewhere in the roll.
Oh fuck me!
Already.
No, I
Yeah,
forgot to
Cannibal
unmute
is
myself
really
in my
Korriban
fucking
for Roman
OBS.
cause.
Yeah, Korriban's actually kind of cool. Like Korriban's like a horrible place to live, but it's livable. Exegol is both crap and unlivable.
Remember,
Well,
guys,
I'm
Earth is
unfortunate.
barely habitable.
Unfortunately for that first bit, I was muted and I didn't realize it in my OBS. So you guys were just talking to a ghost this entire time. You know, this happened to our
Very
reaction to Dragon Wars, so I guess it's par for the
wow.
course.
Dragon Wars. That
Dragon
movie is so crap. That movie's
Yeah.
so
Which one would you say
bad.
is worse, Dragon Wars or Rise of Skywalker?
It's
I would rather watch
really
Dragon
hard.
Wars.
Considering I've not seen Dragon Wars, I'll just say The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker gave me a fucking migraine at the end. My brain was just hurting by the end of it.
Dragon Wars is kind of like is dumber on like a concept level than Rise of Skywalker, but Rise of Skywalker has a worse plot, and I think that
That's
Dragon Wars
saying
has
a
a
lot.
less good structure. Like Dragon Wars has a much worse structure because Dragon Wars has a flashback within a flashback within a flashback.
Well,
Where
flashbackception.
yeah, like
Controversial
just
because
the
of
whole
Palpatine's
thing
return.
is
And
so
yes, I agree, his involvement in the
Nothing.
story does take a little bit away from the ending in Return of the Jedi. It does hurt.
Only a little, though, you know.
A little bit away.
only a little.
It's not like it takes away all of Anakin's atonement or anything.
Only a wee bit. What are you talking about? That's just nitpicking.
It's not like it's not like the entire arc of the six first movies ends with that. No, sure.
It's not as
It's
if
basically going to
Vader
be
killing Palpatine was in any way important to repairing a little bit of the damage that he'd done over 20 years.
yeah. Well, at least we're going through this really quick. It's kind of just kind of a nothing burger of a video.
I mean,
Well, there might be
if he
something
starts
good.
getting in
You
the
don't
plot,
know. Jeez, don't have to be so racist
Yeah,
about
there
it.
might be some sort of curveball coming.
I mean, we're only like
does
fucking
hurt
3
Anakin's
minutes
story
in.
because he didn't actually kill Palpatine, which was his defining end of arc moment. However, it's not a plot hole. We've known since the prequels.
not a plot hole.
Whoa, you were saying.
Really?
Not a
Okay.
plot hole.
Not a plot hole.
Eh.
It's not like there's a plot hole that a guy who has, like, a guy falls down into a reactor shaft, blows
Explodes.
up, then the entire small moon-sized station around him also blows up.
Also
He
explodes.
has he has no established means of getting out of it, and then he just does.
Well, that's
And
not a
they
plot hole.
literally
That's your
hand-waves
opinion.
they literally hand-wave it as the Force did.
Now that's a textbook plot hole right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just your
The-
opinion.
The funny thing is, they try to vaguely patch it up in the movie itself, but they manage to botch it even more through doing that.
Cloning, but why would he take a crap clone body? I don't know.
I know, there's so
If
many
he can just
holes.
move it, if he can transfer his consciousness into another body, why does he even need Rey to kill him?
Oh, remember the part where he says he needs Grey to kill him to regain his body? To get her body, but she kills him and nothing happens.
Then nothing happens.
When
Also, if he needs to, like,
Just,
if the whole idea behind essence transfer is that he needs his victim to kill him, well, why didn't he possess Vader's body?
wow. That's just. Wow, that's a non-issue. That's
And
not a
he's
plot hole. You're just racist.
and he would have died.
when when even the
Vader
expanded universe, like the Dark Empire comics, make more sense than
Yeah, when Dark Empire does it better than this, that's
Dark
not a good sign.
Empire. Dark Empire is not terribly good. But even still, it's better than this.
It's
You know,
Rise of Skywalker is basically Dark Empire except way worse.
I think they should have
Oh
done
yeah,
the using Vong instead for the sequel trilogy.
yeah.
Oh,
Using
that
Vong,
could have been
kind
the
of-
fucking
they're
thing.
Kind of too. They're very weird. It wouldn't. They would be.
Okay, I might be crazy, but hear me out.
They kind of make the Emperor did nothing wrong argument plausible by virtue of the fact that apparently they were planning the whole time to make the Palpatine was planning the Death Star thing to kill these guys.
Well, actually,
All right,
he
here,
wasn't. Like,
done,
Legion Blanc was not a concern of Palpatine's, they were a concern of Grand Admiral Thrawn.
done.
Oh, they're
Hear me out.
never mind. Sorry.
What if TLJ like everything was mostly the same, maybe less dumb, but when they killed Snoke or something, it was like the fucking something to do with using Vong, like or something like. How about that for your fucking expectations averted or some? You're not fucking Kylo
It
Ren.
would have.
I think it would probably be better than the Rise of Skywalker. But
Well, I mean,
it's
I'm
still
kind of just
pretty
throwing shit at the wall. I didn't have any time to think about it because I literally just thought it up like 5 seconds ago.
That's what feels like Disney did with this trilogy anyway. So
Yeah.
fair enough, I suppose.
It's honestly
And-
really difficult because it's just so dumb.
Yeah. And then they just they don't make it a 3-film trilogy. They can make it like a 5-film, like because they're Disney. Because they're the writers. They can do anything. You know, they don't have to fucking put arbitrary limitations on them. themselves.
and yet they do somehow.
It's all right. I think we
They somehow
mustered on this
managed
too
to
long.
make. They somehow managed to leave nothing to do, but still have it be incredibly constrained at the same time.
Yeah, let's
Mhm.
let's try to stay on Rise of Skywalker. I think we're.
Let's
God
keep
damn it.
going.
That Palpatine never prevent himself from dying. He is the most powerful Sith we've ever seen, who knew how to do unnatural things.
We've
Oh,
seen
we can
like
see where this is going.
4 Sith.
He said specifically to Anakin in Revenge of the Sith to cheat death is a power only one has achieved, but we can probably find it out together. He
Guess
doesn't know how to do it.
guess where this is going. You can pretty much just guess what he's gonna bring out. Like, he's probably gonna do the whole fucking thing. Oh, you see, he's gonna do all this weird Sith shit, so it's gonna all make sense.
As if that's a sufficient explanation. Like,
It
Uh,
doesn't
come
need
on.
to be, because it's just your opinion.
Things. So him surviving whatever the fuck happened to him on the Death Star isn't breaking any rules of
Oh,
Star Wars.
there we go.
If you look at him, he's not in peak.
I fucking told you, didn't I? I didn't.
That's a
we've
gold
been
star.
over
The
this. We've been
thing,
over this already.
See,
this, it's pretty much firmly established why this is dumb. Even frickin' Patrick H. Williams and Just Right, two notorious numbskulls, think this idea is stupid.
see, the medal is for me guessing it right, because fuck you, that's why. Alright, let's chili on.
Condition. I think we can all agree on that. That's also the point.
No, carrying on.
I see this immortality
Wait a
similar to
second,
that
wait a
of
second, wait a
Voldemort,
second,
where his body.
No.
Wait a second. Okay. So his argument is that Palpatine is not in peak condition, which brings us to the question of, okay, if you just transferred his consciousness into another body, why is he not in peak condition? And two, if he is not in peak condition, that would imply that he just was on the Death Star when it exploded
Twice.
and got to Exegol some other way. And apparently the only thing that happened was that he got some blind eyes and weird fingers.
Oh my god, I figured it out. He's the same species as Thanos.
Clearly.
So he can survive
Clearly.
insane as shit. So there we go. That's why his body still exists.
He's a Jedi.
Can he can he raise himself from the so he's not in peak condition. He raises a billion star destroyers into destroyers
That's peak
into
JJ
one.
for you.
Yeah, that's because J.J. Abrams is a moron.
Oh boy.
I have a pair of videos that I can probably recommend you guys for just showing how much of a moron he is, but
That's
a tangent.
space junk. That's insulting Battle of Five Armies putting it next to Rise of Skywalker like that.
Well, the theatrical versions is kind of boring, but it's not totally
Insulting.
illogical. Yeah, as Rise of Skywalker is just
A mess.
Rise of Skywalker makes Battle of the Five Armies looks like a masterpiece.
It's just random shit, like random scenes thrown together, pretty much for the most part.
And that's where I actually have to, in some way, commend JJ, because the movie goes so, he manages to make it go so damn quickly that thinking about the plot holes is
Really
nearly
fucking hard.
impossible.
Yeah.
Just by virtue of the fact there's it's like every scene has a plot hole in it.
Yeah, it's
Probably more than one.
yeah, it's kind of like
Or
Movie
a
Bob, like how he
contradiction.
talks
Or-
so fast that he can't even think about what he's talking about. That's how he has so many fucking subscribers.
Mystery boxes, mystery boxes, mystery boxes.
Yeah.
Breakneck
That's why I
pace.
like to call them the bait boxes, because that's all.
Oh, they are they're totally bait boxes. It's from the frantically uses in everything.
difference between mystery and a bait is that mystery is a story. Bait is an excuse to not tell your story until later.
Really agree with that.
It's
Anyway.
Of Star Wars. If you look at him, he's not in peak condition. I think we can all agree on that. That's also the point. I see this immortality similar to that of Voldemort, where his body was destroyed, but his soul, his hatred, his evil, survived. Yet he was a mere shadow of what he used to be. Of course, up until he later takes the life force from Rey and Ben, and regains his true form. Now that I think about it, it's...
I don't even know how that fucking even works. If it's ever explained at all, like, I don't understand any of it.
Why exact? I thought that, well, admittedly, J.K. Rowling had not declared herself as the enemy of these people yet. But a whole lot of problems with Harry Potter just as is.
We should probably have like a
Also-
Harry Potter stream.
Yeah, we should probably talk about Harry Potter sometime.
Talking about
No,
Harry Potter for 5
Potter's-
hours.
Harry Potter is just like, it's easy to kind of pick apart all the problems with Harry Potter. Harry Potter is just kind of, and there are some good things about it, but it's just like, it's just clear that J.J. Abrams is just ripping off whoever and whatever he can because he's out of ideas.
He ripped off Suicide Squad in the ending.
I think I actually enjoyed the first Harry Potter because it was like the only happy one, and like all the rest of them was like all depressing and shit.
I actually enjoy them to a certain extent, but like, just I don't think that they're very good on the whole, and like,
it's like
way
they're
too
fine.
fast.
They're fine, pretty much.
They're fine. Like I like the books a little bit better because like the books have a slightly like less breakneck pace. The movies just kind of feel like they're kind of just trolling through a lot of things really quickly. And I'm just like not terribly. That doesn't interest me. The only like legit element that I enjoy are the action bits. All the characterization bits are so rushed that I'm just like, I just am not interested.
By the way, he's making this comparison to Voldemort. What are you guys gonna bet that he's gonna back this up with anything from the movie?
Well, the weirdest thing is like people like School of Movies have said that like this is basically taking stuff from Harry Potter, the like of this generation, as they call it.
Yeah.
But do you think he's actually gonna back this statement of his up with anything from the movie itself?
Probably not.
He can't. He can't. It is impossible.
Actually, it is possible, but it makes no sense.
It's
It is the impossible of the impossibles. Alright. Let's continue this shit show.
It's actually very similar to Voldemort. But yes, I know
Very.
a lot of people are annoyed that Palpatine returned, which I can relate to. I'd have preferred for the story not to be written this way, but for what we got and what this film is, I think Palpatine's role is justified. It makes sense from a lore standpoint. It solves the mystery of Snoke.
No.
Does not. It makes the
Does
mystery of
not
Snoke
solve the
even
mystery of
dumber.
Snoke.
So, yeah,
Mystery of Snoke is now made even
If you're
dumber.
just gonna hand wave Snoke's origins as a clone of Palpatine, there is no reason to create a mystery in the first place.
There's no reason to create anything but an army of fucking Snokes.
Yeah,
Holy
Snoke
shit.
is so powerful.
It's the same thing with the Rey's parentage. There is literally only one option, and that's Han and Leia. But for some reason, like, JJ does not present any other option than Han and Leia throughout the entire trilogy.
Yeah. But the weirdest thing is, like, they were originally thinking about doing a like Obi-Wan Kenobi connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the worst ones.
I mean, anything could be good if you write it good. I wouldn't put that kind of limitation.
The thing is, you have to make Ray's parents someone that we already know, and someone where that would be someone that would have an effect on her. Otherwise, it's just exposition, exposition, exposition. So you have to make it someone we already know, and it has to be someone in this trilogy. Which means that the only option is Han and Leia or Luke and X. And the X part is what creates the problem.
Mm.
Yep.
Because if it is literally anyone else other than Han and Leia, then the impact is diminished because you have to put in a lot of clunky exposition that will be kind of off-putting for quite a few audiences and critics. And it also just diminishes the impact that her parentage can have on her story. The only thing that would have any effect is she's the daughter of Luke or she's the daughter of Han and Leia. And the only one that really makes a lot of sense there is Han and Leia. Because if she is the daughter of Luke, then okay, what emotional impact does your cousin killing your maybe uncle by marriage have compared to your father killed your brother? Your brother kills your father right in front of you before you even found out about your biological connection.
Oh, Vaughn. Yeah. The thing is, you have a lot of background noise. Yeah. Well, sometimes disconnect and stuff. So, yeah. Or mute.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Let's carry on.
Hmm.
Fuck. I had to. Okay.
Which is honestly really satisfying. I know I've said before that this film retcons a lot of the great things that The Last Jedi did, but I must give it credit here. Snoke
Like all the
Great.
great things The Last Jedi did.
All the great things.
Oh
Let's
boy. Oh.
great things.
The
Oh,
breast
the
Great
destroyed characters and
things.
franchises. Oh yeah.
I was just thinking, like, just assassinated audiences and investment. Like, people like were not interested anymore. It seemed like this movie crawled to the billion mark after 4 months, and they had to arbitrarily keep it in theaters for several extra days just to make it crawl to the billion. It's also the lowest reviewed Star Wars movie on Rotten Tomatoes, and the absolutely stupid um like, chain yeah, this totally not rigged freezing of the audience score after it was going down by several percentages every day.
Can you imagine what it would be like if the coronavirus came around before Rise of Skywalker released?
Oh man. Oh man.
That would have been
That
glorious.
would I don't know if it would have been glorious, but I think that it would have utterly shattered this movie.
It would have probably released on Disney Plus for $30, and the people
Hmm.
who bought it would probably ask for a refund because $30 for that? Jesus.
I would want a refund. Alright, let's continue.
wasn't powerful and we had never heard of him before, so it makes sense that it would be Palpatine. So yeah, this film helped save Snoke, and then finally Palpatine is the
No, it did not. No, it did not. It made Snoke dumber.
It made everything worse because now you can just poop fucking insanely powerful force users out of a fucking test tube.
Also, like, Snoke could have been related to Plagueis somehow,
Or
or
it could
there
have
would have
been
been other
Plagueis.
theories. Like, Snoke wasn't saved by him being a descendant of Palpatine. Uh,
Rey's story is made infinitely worse by her being Palpatine's granddaughter. Even people who like TLJ have made this argument ad nauseum.
Remember when that Mauler made that as a joke and it came true?
It's just like, oh, or stop giving them ideas.
Yeah, you
It,
fucking worthless fucking gas mask asshole. Stop it. You fucking racist. God damn it.
that part's just your opinion. Everything else, totally
Aw,
factual.
damn. I'm terrible. I should quit YouTube. Alright, let's get this shit on the run.
Ray and bends his arcs. He's a glue that connects their stories in a satisfying way.
Yeah.
He's not a traditional
He's the glue that connects their stories in a satisfying way. Really? Wow. Not something I was expecting to hear.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh no. We should wind that.
Dang.
I gotta make sure my ear holes are hearing this right.
Snoke. And then finally, Palpatine is the catalyst for Rey and Ben's arcs. He's a glue that connects their stories in a satisfying way.
What?
No.
That was fucking Snoke, okay? They just retconned it into being fucking Palpatisms for some reason because they ran out of a compelling villain because they fucking wrecked the last one.
Because
In a satisfying way. Jesus.
they had no idea what to do, so they just threw crap at the wall and decided, we don't care anymore. We just we don't have anywhere else to go. We'll just come up with some bullcrap and hopefully people don't ream us. Oh crap, they're reaming us worse than with TLJ. Great.
They ain't reaming us, they're fucking ramming us in the porthole. Alright then.
He's not a traditional villain in this film. The main conflict.
Okay. How is he not a traditional villain? Isn't he just
He is
fucking
totally a
cliche?
Saturday morning.
He's
Totally, he's like Mumra. He's literally Mumra from frickin' Thundercats, the original series, not the good series, not the
I'm
newer
sure.
good series.
man. I'm evil.
I'm trying to come up with some devil's argument thingy, like devil's advocacy, but I just can't think of anything compelling. It's just a stupid thing to say.
Alright. Let's get
Of the movie between Rey and Kylo and their inner battles with good and evil, and Palpatine becomes more of a MacGuffin than a true villain. But
he becomes a big muffin. What even is this guy's video? I have to write this shit down because I'm losing track.
It's
Because
a
I
whole
feel like
bunch of
he's
nothing.
teeter-tottering all over the place, and I'm just not noticing it because I'm not paying attention all that well.
Oh man. No.
Remember in the beginning of the video you said that there was nothing here. Oh boy, this shit has escalated quickly.
in this film, the main conflict of the movie is between Rey and Kylo and their inner battles with good and evil, and Palpatine becomes more of a MacGuffin than a true villain. But I honestly kind of like that. It makes
Rey doesn't have a conflict between good and evil. She's just a good person.
You mean that contrived? Oh my god, am I gonna be evil now? After 3 movies?
She's kind of a flawless angel.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren has been flip-flopping all over the place anyway already, so...
I just have some weird image in my head. He's just flopping on the floor for some reason. It's just on this table. Why am I doing this?
makes sense that Palpatine would return for the final film in the Skywalker saga.
No,
because
he
it helps
wouldn't.
make
That makes no sense.
this story grander and more resonant with the Star Wars fans who have been a part of the war against Palpatine all these years. Of course, I'd have wished for a more complex story with more nuance.
There is nothing here. It's just shit.
Also, why the epic music? Saying this as if this is like
Because he has to. Because it's for dramatic effect. Gosh, wow. Are you denying his creative freedom? Wow, that's.
Yes.
Wow.
yes.
Creative freedom is only for people who actually use it well. This
Yeah,
person
yeah.
does not.
Yeah, creative freedom died a long time ago in this fucking video.
Safe, and it works. Not too many things are broken in this film.
Oh, wow.
That's retarded.
What isn't broken?
I actually honestly think that the Transformers movies are less broken than this.
I unironically enjoyed the first Bay film.
Well, yeah, I think that the main problem with Michael Bay is like, yeah, the plot is dumb. It doesn't like break itself like this breaks itself on multiple occasions.
Fucking self-contradicts
And
itself.
the major problem with the Bay films is the awful humor.
Yeah.
Like just ugh, that is my main problem with watching Transformers movies. I would be like, oh, kill me now. This film is so horrible. Please stop trying to be funny, Michael Bay. You are not good at it.
We should watch the first one at least, like on a reaction.
First one's bad. Still bad. None of them are good.
Well, I haven't watched it in like fucking years, so shut up. The last time I watched it was before I had a critical brain in my cell, like a critical fucking cell in my brain. So if I watched it now, I'm like, oh yeah, this really ain't that great.
No, it's just like it's terrible humor trying to be funny when it's not funny at all.
So
Oh, you can hardly hear me. Can you hear me now, chat? I didn't know that. It's so fucking weird. Why can't Streamlabs just use the fucking Discord thing? Like, holy shit, why does mine have to be different from everybody else's? Ugh, so weird. Alright. I boosted myself up, I tried at least.
And Palpatine could honestly be a lot worse. The reveal of the Final Order also comes as a
How could it not be? How could it not be? How could it be? How? This is one of the worst possible things they could have done.
No, that's just your.
This is. You can't even get that out. You can't even get it out.
I mean, they could have done Game of Thrones, where literally Luke Skywalker just goes into a building and murders a bunch of. Oh, wait a minute. That almost sounds like episode 3 there for a minute. That was unintentional.
oh,
Could have done
it's also something I love. This Dagger has done horrible things, but currently wielding the Youngling Slayer 9000. Hey.
All they fear you intensifies.
Yeah.
Prize and just looks really cool. Obviously, this massive fleet comes out of fucking nowhere and leaves so many.
It comes out of nowhere.
Oh no!
It's a problem.
Why did it have to remind me of the stupid battle scene? No, God, fuck.
Wait,
me.
fuck.
They don't know which way is up.
No, stop! I forgot all
Help.
about this.
Help? What is up?
Oh.
Up.
Alright, that's it.
Down.
I'm gonna get my fridge, get my Coca-Cola, and then I'm gonna get some cinnamon fireball whiskey. Give me a minute. Fuck this stupid bullshit.
Up is down. That's just maddeningly unhelpful. Why are these things never clear?
It's like it's not like they can look out of their window and be like, ground
Is
below us,
has he
sky above,
so far?
up.
So far, this man has given a gold star to everything in the first 10 minutes, even though the first 10 minutes already destroys itself.
I hope that's actually. I hope I'm seeing that wrong and that's bronze. To be honest, because gold. Ugh.
Alcohol is gross.
Lies,
Consider-
deception.
I needed that. I just realized that they don't know what up is.
Alright, I'm back. Missed it.
I mean, if you start drinking a lot, you might not know which way is up. But
Hey, at least I can get
That's
through the
a good
video
thing.
faster.
that's true.
I might forget where the fucking pause button might be, and we might get to this a lot quicker.
Those bad boys were underground. Who works there? Who's on the ships? This is just lazy writing. But this movie becomes a
Yay,
lot
he
more
said
enjoyable
something.
if you accept that it's not the greatest film of all time. Enjoy it for what it is. And
Dang.
Lowered expectations.
You just turn your brain off, you know. Just do the thing. Just fucking just do the thing and just turn your brain off, you know. The thing.
No,
Just turn
watch
your
the
brain
movie.
off. Turn your brain off, just like you would for a Transformers movie.
Remarkable Republican is he has a gigantic lump of red dough in his head instead
Alright.
of a brain.
Next
what do you
time.
think this guy has?
This guy is air.
Yep. Air.
And Turf Nation, he thinks the games are in season 8, and I just presented him with the Austin Film Fest stuff, and he said, "Oh man, I'm just glad that they managed to make it okay." Day after that, it's like, oh gosh, Turf,
Oh,
you're
boy.
breaking my soul, man.
You
You're
broke
breaking my
everything.
soul, man.
You broke my taste buds, you fucking shit, by making me drink alcohol. And I'm fucking tearing up because I took the whole shot glass and all in one gulp. I was fucking choked.
That's why I don't. That's why I
Waste.
don't drink.
That's
It's
why
too many
don't-
problems.
I never drink, but I feel like this might help. This might help a little with the pain.
I wish I could get a beer or a whiskey or something.
It's
now.
literally just a tiny little bottle of like Fireball whiskey. It's like really weak shit, apparently.
epic conclusion to the Skywalker saga, which it succeeds at depending on the angle you take. The Final Order definitely does create this feeling of doom and dread and hopelessness, because how the fuck can the heroes ever defeat such a threat? This opening
The threat doesn't know how to go up, so
Come
they're
on.
fine.
With very great, without much difficulty, apparently.
Yeah,
Also-
just shoot the
Those-
big
each of those
obvious
Star
video game
Star
weakness.
Destroyers, each of those System class Star Destroyers is about as disposable as a random starfighter in the final battle.
Ooh, Warner Brothers released their claim. On our
Yay.
Hobbit discussion yesterday.
Yay!
Fucking stupid ass fucking
Oh.
Star Destroyers have like stupid ass video game weaknesses. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Also, I'm wondering how can you enjoy something if you're like something like the Star Destroyers appear and you're like, how? What? This is never explained. Please.
It's just suddenly a bazillion Star Destroyers that don't know how to go up. Oh wow, the stakes.
And also, like they lost their god damn it, the big fuck off Star Dreadnought in 8, and they lost their Starkiller base in 7.
It's really
And they
hard.
lost Snoke's ship.
Resources do these guys
They lost-
have?
Fucking
They lost Snoke's giant sword.
Well, it's just like
They
Game
lost
of
the
Thrones season 8. It depends on the plot, how much resources or troops they have. Really.
Mhm.
All right, let's continue this bullshit.
sequence, being a little inconsistent, does set up the conflict and the story quite well. This next
Why
one
are
isn't
you
so much
showing
a specific
the moonwalk twice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Set
The
up
fucking.
It does not set up the conflict well. It makes the conflict laughably crazy.
This is an epic moment for Kylo Ren as he does the fucking moonwalk, fucking stabbing someone backwards. Wow. Oh, I'm so invested.
Reverse grip, super stab.
I'm literally at the edge of my seat. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Wow. You're just haters. And I hate you.
Yep, and proud of it. And
Wow.
proud of it.
Toxic brood, rise up.
Wow.
How dare you
Moment, but
criticize
just
something?
an element that
Huh?
I think works in this film. Rey, Finn, and Poe interacting is a lot. Last Jedi made the
They don't
mistake of
have-
not having
What's going
any of
on?
these younger characters interact much at all during the movie. And although Rey and Poe had
Oh my
interesting
God, that scene
stories and
right there.
interactions with Luke and Holdo
Shut-
respectively, really took a fat
Stop.
tumble down the long shaft
Okay, you
of
little shit.
forgettable.
Stop.
Yes.
The funny thing is, aside from being completely useless, the Canto Bite stuff is about as well written as everything else.
Hmm. See, it's
In
this
this
thing
film,
right here.
Rey, Finn, and
Hold
Poe
on.
interacting is a lot of fun. The Last Jedi made the mistake of not having any of these younger characters interact much at all during the movie. And although Rey
This right here, like, they're dead. Like,
They
they
are
had to
dead.
hyperdrive right into some of those. Like, some of those behind them. Like, they're
Are
dead.
you two still living?
It's like,
How are you still
first and
alive?
foremost, you shouldn't have landed there in the first place, and if you did, you would have been dead.
You would have been paste. You would have been star paste.
I mean, what
Not
the
even
What
fuck
is this
even
new?
is
the
this?
atoms.
Look, modern art on the wall.
I gotta ask, what the fuck even is this? Like, what is all of this bullshit?
This is mashery.
It's just antennas for some reason. Like, giant fucking all antennas in midair. I don't know what this is.
It seems like Bespin, but with sticks.
Bespin sticks.
Rey and interesting stories and interactions with Luke and Holdo respectively, Finn really took a fat tumble down the long shaft of forgettable. But the energy these three bring to the screen in this one is just really refreshing. It reminds me of the bond Luke, Han, and Leia had. Not as good in my opinion, but it's
Oh,
Not as strong. It basically doesn't exist.
I was about to say that.
That's the
Damn you.
problem. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's like one of the things in TLJ, like, why did you separate the group? Could have had some, at least they could have had some decent character interactions in TLJ, but no, we had to separate them all.
No, you could have very easily. I mean, you'd have to rewrite the Force Awakens, but you could very easily just have Finn come with Rey to Octo.
Yeah.
if you just get the group together in 7, and then in 8 and 9, you have them throughout the movies together, then yeah, they might have had some chemistry, but now it's like, yes,
Too
you,
little, too
friend,
late. They just
I know you.
have a few lines with each other, and that's it.
This movie's a mess.
definitely refreshing and brings life to the film. It's something I often feel is missing from the prequels because despite the things they do well, chemistry between actors isn't one of them.
I would
Comment?
concur with that. I would concur with that.
I can concur with that for the most part. I would say there's more chemistry than in these movies.
Definitely. I think that like there's definite. I think like the people on there actually like got to interact. Like, at least like Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen like seem like they work well together. I don't think that George Lucas's direction on how they should portray the romance was necessarily very good because George Lucas's tastes are
Specifically because
antiquated.
he had good chemistry with Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that like it's partially like George's antiquated tastes really hurt the movie in some ways. And so
It's like,
your mileage
who
may vary, but yeah.
Like, who comes back to the sequels to watch something? Like, when I watch like Revenge of the Sith, like clips on YouTube, I go for like the Obi-Wan versus Anakin or the opening sequence. What do you go back to the fucking
Or
sequels for? Like little YouTube clips.
Everything is even the best bits are bad. Like the stupid throne room fight is asinine.
Have you seen the edit where it's just the Batwoman music played over the fight scene?
no, I haven't. I really
Da-
I
da-
think I
da-
have.
da- 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 da. It was fucking hilarious. Unfortunately, it got taken down somehow. I'll have to make a personal edit and I can send it to you guys.
Didn't
Let's carry
Shad
on.
also make a good fight scene autopsy out of the throne room fight?
Oh yeah,
This one
that was
and
awesome.
that one and
That was
the
pretty awesome, yeah.
Revenge of the Sith one too.
Yeah.
The Revenge of the Sith one's actually really good.
And it has some decent.
Choreography perspective.
Yeah.
And yes, Occupation Army romance was pretty cringe in the prequels.
Was it even
Yeah.
more cringy? The fucking elf and dwarf romance and Desolation
Oh
of
my
Smaug.
God.
Yeah, that one.
I think we've talked enough about that on the Hobbit movie discussion yesterday. So
Yeah,
I
let's
missed
get
out
on
on that part because I was an
Yeah.
hour late.
that's just. Why did you turn him like listen to a simp?
Why do you turn him into Wise Wolf and personified? I mean, I sent him a link. I mean, he could have joined us right now, but you know, whatever.
All
Alright.
right. Probably just probably not feeling too good or something.
Watch, if I had Neff on right now, he would have joined. Alright, let's
Yeah,
continue.
that's because
what is the deal with Weiss Wolf and Neff? Like I only found
It's
out
just
about
a
it
meme.
like 2 days ago.
it's a meme. It's a big joke. It's a joke.
I don't know how it started. I think it started before I joined.
Let's get back to this other
The sequel
joke.
has some heartwarming scenes, and you get the feeling that
The sequels have some heartwarming scenes. Oh boy, my heart was so warm when Luke fucking was assassinated mentally. Head. Yeah,
What
cool.
would
Sorry.
you guys say is the most emotional moment in the sequels?
The death of Luke Skywalker.
The credits.
Yes.
I would actually
The
say
credits.
I would actually say it's those 2 seconds where Chewbacca is mourning Leia.
Oh, I was about
Yeah.
to say the credits because at least my brain is fucking. It's like finally it's over. Like my migraine
Yeah.
can end soon.
Finally, it's over. Time to get crap faced.
Oh, I feel
But,
like I'm
yeah.
crap-faced already.
Chewie reacting to Leia's death is like pretty much the only emotional thing in this movie. I can't believe they cut out Luke's
emotion-
reaction.
I mean, yeah, the emotional moment is sullied by the shitty writing around it. But
Yeah.
at least the mourning moment is not directly caused by the shitty writing.
Let's carry on.
It kind of is, but it's
They
relatively
really
removed from it.
are good friends. It also works because it's not just
They're not. They are not good friends. Shut up.
Like
They
they
barely know
hardly
each
even
other.
met until this movie. Like, yeah, they're good friends because I said so. Like, they're not even gonna clarify why. It's like, well, they're good friends. Okay, moving on. like
Good friends.
it's like a lot of
They-
these things that they say. They're like, this is how it is. Okay, moving on.
I can be your friend.
I
Wait,
thought
dude,
I
what they're
thought
doing.
you were about to say I'm about to be your furry.
I am not a furry.
Let's just get on with this.
You
Let's
don't
just
want to
keep
get away
going.
from this
Let's go ahead.
conversation.
Let's keep. Yeah, let's just
happy
keep going.
times and them being nice to each other. When we see strife between them, we don't think that they're necessarily mad at each other, but rather mad at the circumstances and at the frickin' stressful situation they're in. They care about each other, and it's clear to see, even when they're arguing. I think each of these three actors do a great job, especially as a collective. The dialogue is cringy and filled with exposition at times, but the charisma of these three kinda makes me not care. I guess that's the effect Star Wars has on you. Oh my god, it's Mary!
I'm sorry, Mary.
Is there
I'm
anything to
sorry
say
you're in
about
this
that?
movie.
Charisma.
Actors
Because
shit.
No.
I don't think they establish any kind of friendship between these people before they start arguing about the Falcon.
No, it's just kind of there, and like,
Mm.
wow. Because you remember,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
kinda
right
They have
after
a
the
there.
friendship
beginning.
between Finn and Poe, which
'Cause it-
carries over from the first movie, but
Because,
aside from that,
like in the beginning of the movie, they were kind of running away from the First Order to do the for the fucking Palpatine because they had to give R2 the sludge, you know that like 2 KB text document that says Palpatine's alive.
yeah, what was the deal with that?
I don't know. The
There
fucking
wasn't
return.
one.
Remember
There
how
wasn't
Wasn't
one. It was
Palpatine
dumb.
announced he was alive?
remember how it took this big hard drive to store all of the Death Star plans, but it takes like something similar for the fucking text document from this movie.
Yeah,
Oh
you
boy.
this this message is about the length of an SMS. You could literally just put it on a tiny disk.
Not even a
You could just
disc.
shout it.
Like Mulder would say, you could just put it put a piece of paper and put it in a bottle and throw it at them
Yeah,
in the court.
that's all you need.
All right. I'm sorry, Mary.
Marry a dog fucking Brandybuck. Ray and Leia's last goodbye for some reason
No,
resonated
it's
with me
not.
just a little bit. Maybe it's because of Carrie Fisher and her legacy. It felt like it was
Because you're biased, yay. Let's just go with
By the way,
that.
can
You're
we
biased.
can we just say, like, he says, "Oh, it resonated. It actually resonated with me a little bit." Like, is that what we consider standout in this day and age of movies?
This is incredibly depressing. When are we watching the next Lord of the Rings movie to get this bad taste out of my mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch Into the Spider-Verse on Netflix.
I already watched that.
Watch it again.
us saying goodbye. It's surprisingly emotional, and it's not because of particularly standout writing, it's because of what Princess Leia means to the franchise. This is again the effect Star Wars has on us. Also, the "tell me when you get back" line is ironic and heartbreaking foreshadowing. Underrated scene.
No, it's
now I've
not.
heard people say
No, it's not.
What is this guy even getting at?
I don't know. Remember, because
Okay,
this whole
so
point of
scene
this
is-
video.
Okay, so this scene is impactful, quote unquote, because of Princess Leia's legacy in the franchise, which is helped in no part by any of the sequel movies.
Oh, by the way, this scene right here, Kylo has a complete like. He can end her right now. Look at her. She has her lightsaber behind him. She's completely vulnerable right now. If Kylo was just to point his lightsaber at her, she's dead. The fucking choreography in this movie is absolute trash.
It's
Choreography in
beyond
every
trash,
single one of
just
the
like the writing.
the
With the
choreography
baseball
in
bat.
the choreography in every single one of the sequel movies are trash.
Fighting expert, assess. But I don't think we need you to assess that this shit.
say that this film isn't creative or doesn't help expand.
No, it's not creative.
It is so lazy. This movie is incredibly lazy.
It had to be very, like, even the design of the Star Destroyers. Like, why did you go
Yeah,
back to the old
The Star
Oh.
Destroyers
ones?
in this movie are
Like,
literally
lazy.
Rogue One models with a tiny cannon pasted on underneath.
That's real effort right there. I don't know what you're talking about. That's some real shit right there. If you know how hard it is
And
to
on the
pers-
Star
hey,
lore,
hey,
but
hey,
I
hey.
don't think this.
You know how hard it is to curl C, curl V? That is some real workout shit right there. You fucking
Yeah.
asshole.
I thought you were gonna make that longer.
Alright, let's continue.
This is necessarily true. Yes, the writing is not very creative, which can be said about
Yeah.
basically all of the Star Wars movies except like 3 of them. That's not what.
Wait, hold on a
Creative, huh?
fucking minute here. I see something stupid.
Creative.
But I don't think this is necessarily true. Yes, the writing is not very creative, which can be said about basically all of the Star Wars movies.
Right here, look at this. He's holding her lightsaber back. And what is he doing with his lightsaber hand? Bollocks. He
the
can
reverse
stab her.
grip. Fuck's sakes.
Dapper,
Shoot.
absolute fuck.
Shoot her!
Shoot her!
Throw her into the sea.
Yes, and be done with her. Oh, no. Someone's commented earlier that they should have killed Rey off in TLJ. I'm like, that would have subverted our expectations.
That
In a
would've
good
so
way,
been
probably.
That would have been actually smart, but then they would have been limited on who could be the main character. Oh yeah,
Finn.
it could have been Finn because he's a better character.
He actually has
Makes
some
absolute-
character.
Even though he makes absolutely zero sense.
Yeah, it's like he was traumatized by his friend dying, but then like 2 minutes later he's just fucking murdering all the other stormtroopers.
Yeah.
It's like, woohoo! I'm killing my friends, my psychologically committed. Fuck the word, meant friends. You know what I'm talking about.
Movies except like 3 of them. That's not what people are referring to. They're talking about how the sequels don't have unique artwork or set designs, that the costumes are bad.
Unique artwork or set designs.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, literally all of the sequel aliens do just look like blobs.
They're just different variations of the same thing. You
Also,
just
like,
you just go into the 3D modeler and just stretch out the mouth or some shit. Like holy shit.
The fucking audacity to say that only 3 of all of the Star Wars movies are creative. God's
Like,
sake.
what does it mean to be creative right now?
The prequels
What does it
are
what does it mean
perfectly
to be
creative.
period?
And not to mention, some of these could have been like earlier designs. Like these could have been fucking designs from the prequels or the original trilogy for all we know.
And there are no extensive ideas that broaden the different species and cultures found in this galaxy. But it's just not true. This film adds some great new planets, aliens, pieces of lore.
Okay, that was weird.
Okay, so it adds interesting new planets and aliens. Do any
Well,
of you guys agree with that?
Like fucking
No.
porgs. Right.
I'm sorry, like fucking
Got a bunch of planets that we see for like 2 seconds.
Coruscant beats the living shit out of everything in the sequels and planets wise. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Mustafar was introduced in the 3, and
The
that was
one in
cool.
Revenge of the Sith, the fucking one General Grievous and Obi-Wan fight in.
Utapau.
Wow.
Utapau, fucking Mustafa, and fucking the real Mustafar, not the stupid bullshit from this film. Now I got
The
that theme
forest.
stuck in my head. Alright, let's continue.
This scene's gonna get stuck inside you. This scene's gonna get stuck inside
You know
Lore
what's
into Star
Hey, you know what's stuck inside your head now? Where there's a whip, there's a way.
There's a way. Where there's a whip.
There's a way. Alright.
Oh god, that scene.
Star Wars. The festival scene is proof of this. It's just wonderful to see diverse cultures with
Diverse cultures, what the fuck? It's just
Already
one.
seen really diverse cultures throughout this series.
It's just one mass of people who are wearing just different colored clothes, like
It's so
in
diverse.
a desert.
I mean, not like the Phantom Menace like had like different aliens and shit or anything like that. Like you actually saw diverse cultures in fucking Phantom Menace, like the Gungans, the fucking even Trade Federation
the Phantom
guys
Menace with the
had their own
Gungans,
style.
They have way more world building in like what 3 minutes.
Like,
than these guys manage in an entire movie. Like this entire scene tells you basically nothing about these squid people.
Like, why are these squid people? They're in the fucking desert. I don't get it.
Anyway, let's move on.
Different kinds of people, music, and customs all within the Star Wars universe. Although I don't think it's necessarily inspired by Africa, it does remind me a bit of walking through the local festivals and markets back when I used to live in Kenya and Ghana.
Care.
It's
I
just
do not
something
care.
new and
Yeah,
refreshing in Star Wars, and I think this film does as good of a job in this department as the other movies. And then we have Lando. He doesn't have the biggest role in this film, but it's always a joy to watch him. He tickles me.
He does.
He
He
tickles me.
He
What
saves the entire
He
galaxy.
tickles me. What the fuck?
He tickles me. Then we have
Behind him in 2 minutes, and then he saves everyone at the end.
Hey, done. Guess what?
But
He tickles me.
tickles. It tickles. It
Oh
tickles
my god,
me.
he's gonna talk about this scene as a highlight.
oh no.
Oh no, not this. Which feed? Let's find out.
we have Rey Force Lightning.
This has so many fucking problems.
No shit.
Jedi can't produce Sith lightning. That Sith lightning is
Well,
blue.
that's just your
Jedi
opinion.
can't produce that shit. Ah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm going off
for
of the
example,
lore.
Stop
So.
limiting her
Abilities,
abilities,
rather
you
than-
fucking misogynist. Wow.
So it's well. The thing is, it's only because her grandpappy has Palpatine in.
You see how fucking stupid these fucking people at Disney. Oh, she's the granddaughter of Palpatine? That means she could do the force
Yeah.
the electricity
It's
thingy.
also
You
so
know,
so-
Plo Koon was able to do a type of force lightning, right? But it was
Yeah, but
yellow
that was in
and
the
not lethal.
expanded universe,
Force
which is
judgment.
the
so
universe.
Yeah,
so
but
have
Jedi
have you
can't
guys
do
heard
Sith
it-
lightning.
you heard of any of the Terio's comments about the movie about Rise of Skywalker versus Ryan Johnson's comments regarding Last Jedi?
No.
I don't think
So
And please not
so
me.
basically so kind of for context, Ryan Johnson said about The Last Jedi that he really wanted to get away from the divine right of kings that is inherent he found was inherent in Star Wars.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
And
What is that?
and he wanted to kind of like say anybody can be president like Ratatouille does.
That's
Oh, boy.
never been a problem in Star Wars, okay?
And then Chris Terrio said, "Oh, Kylo Ren and Rey are powerful because they're both Force royalty."
Fucking up your ass, fucking Ryan Johnson.
Okay, not only does this contradict. So these two writers, not only do they not make any sense, they both manage to contradict each other while saying something that's completely nonsensical.
They're trying to one up each other the whole fucking time. It's like some really stupid fucking
Yeah, it's-
child's game.
It's kind of impressive that they are so incongruous with each other. It's kind
It's
of
also that they're
amazing.
both this incompetent.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. It is legit. It is kind of amazing. Just like that quote alone just makes me just howl with laughter because it's just so.
It's like two spoiled kids playing in a very expensive sandbox. Like,
Alright, let's get this show running.
This was kind of like a holy shit moment when I first watched
No,
it.
it was.
It's drastic.
Yeah, it was. It was just holy crap. They are that dumb.
Like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, you guys know
Like,
nothing
that
about
scene-
Star Wars.
That scene, it was exactly the way the leaks described it. It was exactly how I envisioned
Ever
it.
since Game of Thrones Season 8,
Dumber.
I'm like, yeah, the leaks are real. Like, ever since Season 8, I'm like, yeah, it's like the leaks are just almost fully the real thing for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just kind of sickening that like, yeah, they are this dumb. They are this stupid. Daenerys burns down King's Landing. Oh, there'll probably be some context. Nope, it just happens like it does in the bullet points.
like it doesn't matter how fast the movie progresses. When you see this, you're like, what the
I like how
fuck?
we got more context in the scripts. So we were able to get inside the characters' heads because they're fucking idiots. They're
Yeah. So like also like they actually like don't like make the leaks actually had Janna, the Finn's stormtrooper girlfriend chick.
Be Lando's daughter.
Yeah, and actually like it actually gave her context. It was pointless and contrived, but at least she has a point in the movie. Just as is,
Whereas
she's
she
utterly
does not in the
superfluous.
theatrical version.
oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
different cuts.
we have something to look forward to: the Rise of Skywalker Extended Edition.
No, no, there is no such thing.
Released the
Done.
JJ
Okay,
cut.
I am out of the loop. Is that a real thing? Please don't tell me.
No, it's not.
Okay, fucking thank Christ.
But yeah,
I do not
hashtag release
have.
the JJ cut.
There is no
A lot of
alcohol
people
in
were
me.
yelling.
There is not enough alcohol in this world to sustain me through that fucking slog.
Yeah. Well, we can always get the George Lucas cut of Rise of Skywalker, which supposedly exists. I
I
honestly
would be
don't
curious
believe
with that
that.
though.
That was interesting, yeah.
I honestly don't believe that that exists. I think that was just propaganda that it exists, that was made up to make the film seem better.
It was the
Uh,
leaks were true, all of them. At the cool
the
Han
fighting
Solo.
expert in chat, Doomcock was right. Yes, he was.
Oh
Yeah.
damn straight he was.
I don't care about Doomcock, but from everything I've heard, yeah, he was right.
Yeah, yeah, I think the Doomcock like is like kind of a bit dramatic at times. He's
I
a little
loved
bit
his
of a
fucking rant on season 8. The part where he just yelled into the mic. That was fucking golden.
yeah, that was hilarious. But he's kind of just like he just saying like we're losing our myths. It's like not really. We still have them. It's just that the new people writing it are numbnuts, and we just need to write our own stuff.
Yeah, we gotta kick
Yeah,
Hollywood
and
out of the movie business.
I've spent a remarkable amount of time on Twitter with people who just make up solutions to the problems in the movies.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
that's not
that's
fun.
like fucking season 7 of Game of Thrones Defenders before season 8 came out. Like they were bending over backwards trying to explain bullshit that had no fucking meaning to it whatsoever.
Also, a shameless
yeah.
self-plug. I'm on Twitter. Hashtag idea cluster.
Wow. Maybe I'll put all your shit in the descriptions. You worthless ingrates. Alright, let's continue.
Hmm.
It comes out of nowhere, and it kickstarts the true conflict within Rey. Now, of course, there are the weird screams from Rey and Finn, and I've talked about it before. It sort of pulls you out of the movie.
Oh man, that is so unintentionally hilarious.
That Finn's reaction. It's like he was watching his team scoring an own goal in soccer. That's literally his reaction.
What is wrong with the direction of this movie? Like people say that J.J. Abrams, oh, he's a good actor director. No, no.
Finn simply exists to scream Ray. That's about it.
Ray!
Right.
Simply there,
Blarg!
he's only there to be a Ray simp. And to get cucked by Kylo Ren is the only
Another
reason why Finn
Eugene.
exists.
Whoa!
Yep.
Insert
Alright.
a gif of Tyrion puking wine.
You know, I need to get that one. I need to get that one.
Oh, fucking Critical Drinker loves that one.
Oh, he loves. Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
so does Nerdonymous.
The movie, but
It's
hey, at least it's
exceptionally useful.
Hmm.
It's very
entertaining.
useful.
I can laugh at it.
Entertaining.
And also, there isn't much
laugh
intensity
at
in
what?
Chewie's death either, because we know he's not dead. They wouldn't kill off Chewbacca off screen.
Yeah, because they're fucking pussies.
I mean, if they did
It would have been better I really like the expanded universe killed Chewie by dropping a moon on his head, but at least like that had some consequences.
Yeah, it had some character consequences for Han and his relationship with his son.
If they wanted to go down the Rey maybe dark path, then Chewie dying at her hand could have been a good move if they committed to it.
But no, he's alive in the very next minute.
Dramatic tension.
Like
What is that? We don't know what it is. Well, we know what it is. We just suck at it. I don't know which is worse, that they know what all of these writing terms are and they suck at it, or if they just don't know about them, period. I don't know which is worse, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, let's get this shit running.
like some woods. He'd go down in epic fashion. Oh, Chewie's not dead. The characters think he's dead, and this actually
Which
leads
is
to some
dumb.
interesting character moments. Rey's arc in this film is pretty
it does
solid
not.
and fleshed out, and
But we can't get invested. The only reason to inform us that Chewie is dead is to give some sort of dramatic irony. But the characters barely react to Chewie's supposed death or finding out that he's alive, which makes no sense either.
Oh,
It's alive!
it's alive! Oh my god!
Save the dream.
Save the dream.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, Saw Gerrera has a more impactful death scene than Chewbacca does.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god! I just realized one of my old little jokes about TROS. It's like we don't even know like the power scale of like the First Order and stuff, because like the end of TLJ, they only had like one ship left, and like the Resistance only had like one little
the fact
mini
that they
of
say in the crawl the First Order reigns.
Yeah.
So like my joke is going into TROS is like, oh wow, we're gonna watch one Star Destroyer against the Millennium Falcon the whole movie or something.
Nope.
Because you know that would have
Jar Jar
realistically all they had
Abrams.
left.
Oh.
Like, the First Order shouldn't have much left, nor should the Rebellion.
They
Or
they're like
Resistance,
getting like
whatever.
this. They're getting like a giant loan from space. From
What?
what is it? The
The bankers?
Star
The
Wars
immortal?
equivalent of the Iron Bank of Bravos or Ballington Bulk.
Well, I guess
Wizard is
statistics
able
are
to
just
magic-
subjective, I guess.
Yeah.
The Nemoidian banking clans.
Uh-huh.
It's the
I
intergalactic.
mean, they're in
banking
so
clans.
much freaking debt, it's not even funny.
Anyway, let's go.
out, and this moment really instigates her arc. She's just witnessed herself perform a force ability associated with the Sith, with evil people,
no,
and she
the
thinks she's
evil
just
people.
murdered her.
And she knows this. How?
You
Read it in
can't
the
just.
text. Done. Don't think.
Done. She read it as she transferred all of the Kylo's files into her computer brain.
Why
You
is
need
Kylo
to
never
train
used
that
Force
ability.
Lightning? Why is Kylo never used Force Lightning?
Cause
That's a good question.
for another time.
Question for another time.
No.
That's J.J. Abrams' whole philosophy. It's not mystery, it's a good question for another time. And that another time.
Like a
never
comic
comes.
book or something from like 5 years from now.
At least the only thing of his that I think like ends decent is Fringe, and Fringe has a lot of problems in its last season because they had to wrap up a ton of crap.
I mean, Lost.
But
I don't know how much
I've heard.
influence he had on that after the first couple of seasons.
I think that it's. I think that that's the main problem. That like David, I think it was Damon Lindelof was the guy involved, and
Yeah, I
the
think it was
big
mainly
problem
David
with.
Lindelof. And then he made Prometheus.
I think that like, I think that the major. I think that the underlying problem is J.J. Abrams because J.J. Abrams just kind of comes up with cool ideas and says, "Hey, run this for as long as it can go. Come up with ideas. Here's the framework. I'm out. I'm about this pitch. Peace."
Oh, damn it! I lost what I was about to say. Fuck.
And he is a very particular kind of fan of the franchises he ends up creating.
Her friend,
Yeah.
most pure.
Alright, we're gonna.
Yeah, he likes the flash and no substance.
And he
Purest
also
being
thinks
she
that
knows. Imagine if
that
this was you.
light
She's had
takes
trouble in the
precedence over what is.
Wait, hold on a minute. What are they saying? What's he saying?
with the Sith, with evil people, and she thinks she's just murdered her friend and one of the most purest beings she knows. Imagine if this was you. She's had trouble in the past accepting what and who she is, and this moment just steals away all the progress she's made towards obtaining peace.
Progress? She had no progress.
She
She's
has a
static through the
god.
entire
She's
trilogy.
fucking
What
angelic.
progress? She's never had
What is
anything to
it?
progress towards.
So I hate how the Force Lightning is apparently like foreshadowing that she is a Palpatine, but Force Lightning is an ability Sith can do, not a sign of being Sith. You fucking retards.
Mr. Shiva
And
in the
also,
chat,
like,
what
so
are
it's
stories with
basically like,
mystery boxes?
so it's basically like, so it's basically like, she just gets force constipated, and then she just force unleashes.
Oh, I see what you did
She's
there.
right through her fingers.
You think I didn't catch that Force Unleashed reference right there?
Bro, don't drag a good game into this, please.
Yeah,
Alright.
why not? As
Fire.
dumb as this is, Remarkable Republican is going to be dumber. Just
No.
wait.
Well, he is intentionally dumb.
This is
not.
true. It is true, but it's still like, oh, you came up with this. Like, you're both a combination of smart.
You made this video. You put it on the internet. I'm gonna rip you to fucking shreds because you're. It's public domain. You fucking shit.
Yeah. He's just uses slides rather than video footage because he knows that likely because he knows that video footage will completely destroy his arguments.
Fucking moonwalking Kylo Ren. We should make that into a fucking meme.
Wait,
In her soul.
the meme already?
Oh, we can capitalize on it.
Okay.
She thinks she's a murderer of the innocent now, and it fucking breaks her. We see how this.
She's a murderer.
She thinks she's
You know?
a murderer of the innocent. Didn't she get a triple shot on a bunch of TIE fighter pilots in the last movie? Who were brainwashed child soldiers?
Like Finn. But they're evil bad guys, so it doesn't matter.
Like,
Finn used to be one of them.
It's so fucking confusing.
Doesn't she gun
There's
down
like
a bunch
mixed
of,
messages.
child soldiers in this movie?
so it doesn't have an impact on Rey. Like, if she would have killed the female bounty hunter that they encounter on
Kijimi.
Ice Planet, Kijimi, right? If she would have killed her, that would have been an impact because she wouldn't. Well, I don't think she would kill anyway, but she doesn't.
Fighting expert, is there
I
some?
don't.
Is there something? Is there? Did he brings up the military in this video, or you could talk about a different video?
Is it... Train of thought.
Let's just move on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you exhausted already? Wow, you're such a short man.
No, I've done a 6-hour stream on Matthew's Lion King review, and that was way worse than this.
Oh no.
Act caught strife in herself, as well as between her and the other characters, notably Finn. It's a great moment that leads to some nuanced character development for Rey. I just wish the fake out.
There's no character development for Rey. Rey is the same character that she is in The Force Awakens.
She has a little bit of wangs on Octo in this movie for like 4 minutes, and then she is back in full force.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking. It's like this guy just pulls bullshit out of his ass, and like, what movie did you watch?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he does.
It's exactly where shit comes from as well.
What's your opinion?
Yeah.
death would be so easy to predict, because then this scene would have been really good.
Didn't she sense
Everything is
that
easy to predict in this movie.
Shouldn't she sense that Chewie's not on that transfer because she senses some Chewie's life force
she
from
could
the
sense
exact
it
same
from
distance?
the planet's surface while she's in orbit on Kojimi, so why doesn't she sense it earlier?
Well, to be fair, the plot said she couldn't, so she couldn't. So that explains it.
Of course, that's a perfectly fine explanation.
That's a perfectly fine explanation. An idiot.
Hey! You fucking
Shots fired.
uh, done. I'm gonna have to take care
I
of
didn't say
business.
you were.
I know.
I didn't say you were the idiot. I just said that the writers were dumb because that's what their explanation would be. J.J. Abrams has rocks for brains.
Fuck, what the hell does that make fucking Brian Johnson? Fucking lava rocks or something?
I think that I don't think that
I would say that
Sands.
J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson are roughly equal in terms of how bad they are.
Oh no,
I
no,
honestly
no, no. Ryan Johnson is very malicious with when it comes.
I in terms of their intelligence, I think that Ryan actually might be ever so slightly smarter than JJ, but he's definite and for sure Chris Terrio is the dumbest of all of them. I honestly think that Chris
Save
Terrio is responsible
Martha.
for a lot of the stupidity in this movie.
Save Martha.
Yeah,
Why did
like
you say that name?
It's his
I j-
mother's name. It's his mother's
I
name.
will like I think that like Chris Terrio is probably the one like more J.J. Abrams can make a serviceable enough movie. Chris Terrio, no. Chris Terrio is an idiot. He has made Justice League, he's made uh
BBS.
BBS, and he's made this. That's a pretty terrible track record. The only outlier in that is Argo, but I haven't seen it. Apparently it's good, but I think that
I've
Ben
heard
Affleck
it's
was
good.
responsible. I think that Ben Affleck is kind of the is like apparently Ben Affleck wrote like large sections of Argo. I think that like Chris Terrio is just a moron because of his insanely awful track record.
Let's see. He's also gonna be a writer on the Snyder cut of the Justice League.
Oh, we should
That's gonna
definitely
be
cover
bad.
that.
Yeah, we
It's gonna
gotta
be
cover that at
so
some point.
bad.
That
The
trailer.
frickin'
Oh my
meme
god.
movie. The frickin' meme movie.
Edgy
Because
McEdgy's Edge.
yeah,
Edgy to hedgy.
Alright.
the movie's just a meme. The movie is a meme. That is all that it is. And
It's not a meme, it's a joke. That's what it is.
uh,
Like you don't use dated memes as unironic dialogue in your movie.
yeah, like put it in as a meme in his fan service. Note the Clegane Bowl.
Oh,
I mean, I would say that the meme in the Snyder Cut trailer is way worse than the Cocaine Bowl.
fucking hell.
Yeah,
Everything,
true. We live in a society, indeed.
everything, like,
We
if
live in
you
a
can't,
DCEU movie remake trailer.
hey, because the reason why you can't compare Ryan
Yes, it's
Johnson or something compared to D&D, because at least, or Jack Snyder, because at least you know they're functional human beings.
Yeah, I
yeah.
would put dumbass and dipshit below, way below Ryan Johnson and JJ
Yeah, that's
and Zack Snyder.
And Kirk Cameron.
yeah. Kirk Cameron's not a functional adult.
I would argue these
I
two are
never.
worse.
Neil Druckmann.
I think that he's
No, David
Kirk
Dan,
Cameron's
they
just a
almost got
sleazy
people
con
killed.
man.
Like, during comics,
Kirk
Yeah,
Cameron's
they
lethal.
almost got
both.
Lee Cunningham killed through negligence alone.
That's not the only person.
Yeah, Kit Harington too, seemingly.
A
One
fucking
of their
arrow.
extras fainted. One of their extras fainted because of cold in the first season because they had no idea what they were doing.
Uh,
Yeah.
and
And then there
they
was
didn't
Corey
realize it was.
McCander when they were filming the Clegane Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this show run.
Oh well, like it. C-3PO is goated.
I had to hear
It's
that
not
again.
a defense. It's not a defense.
For Rey. I just wish the fake out death wouldn't have been so easy to predict, because then this scene would have been really good. Oh well, I still like it. C-3PO is goated. He's the best character in this film, by far. He actually has some great comedic.
I would actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I do think C-3PO is the best character in the movie.
The only
You know,
funny jokes coming from him.
When C-3PO, the gay dork robot, is the best thing in your movie, you know that you have screwed up.
Yeah.
You know, I take that back for where I said that what is there to enjoy about these movies, like to look up a YouTube video on, and I'll probably be like C-3PO. There we go, from the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh there. How about that, you fucking sequel fans? See, I said something good for once. Eat me.
Eats you.
Great comedic moments, and if I'm being honest, this film actually nails most of the humor for me. A common complaint of The Last Jedi is
This scene does not nail humor.
Honestly, I
This scene
forgot
is
most
not
about this
funny.
movie.
This scene is not funny. This scene is nothing. It is a contrived bit of nonsense in order to push shoehorn in Carrie Fisher. And
Yeah, this is like
This
this
is
is
it.
this is some Last Jedi level comedy.
Heard there you have to be more optimistic. Bruh.
You have to be more optimistic.
yeah, never underestimate a droid.
Hmm.
Tell me something positive. What is the point of the scene?
I forgot most about the dialogue in this movie, so forgive me for not remembering anything.
I don't blame you.
is that there's
Dialogue
too
is
much
very-
humor, even in the scenes.
The only time where dialogue is forgettable is when it is memorably bad.
It's over, Anakin.
Yeah.
I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
Don't try it.
Screw.
Is that no humor, and they really toned it down for this one. Most of the jokes just land, and surprisingly enough,
On their
C-3PO carries most of the comedic baggage. He says a lot of funny things that made me crack a smile on multiple occasions. But beyond the humor, he's also just a good character. This is the most development and actual
Oh my
story
god.
attempt.
Okay, what the fucking hell is with this music? This is some stupidly fucking obvious, like, super emotional shit. I hate this manipulative bullshit. It's like that stupid piano music like most video assets use.
It's like Yesin and his Christmas music.
I hate it. I'm writing
Yezin's
notes
way worse.
for what not
Honestly,
to do in a video.
I think Yezin's worse than this guy. Yezin IRL is so much worse than this guy.
Oh, the
This
serpent
is
says.
the reviewer.
Oh, we should cover his TLJ video one day then.
Yeah,
Oof.
probably have to.
Attention C-3PO has received in any of the Star Wars films. He has the most emotional moment in this film, which is saying something since in this movie we also say goodbye
Okay, goddamn, the music. Fuck.
Move on.
Sorry, I have to take a break from the music.
We've spent almost 2 hours.
to
on
Carrie
this
Fisher
episode.
as Leia. But even then, C-3PO getting his mind wiped and taking one final look at his friends is one of my favorite scenes in this film. It's
And
easily a
emotional manipulation.
silver moment for me. C-3PO is the character that serves as comic relief. He's always been an annoying know-it-all, and everyone always treats him with no respect. So it really cuts deep in Poe and the others when this droid that they often see as a nuisance tells them how much he cares about them. It's emotional, especially for us Star Wars fans. It doesn't even matter much to me that he gets his memory back. I'm just
Whoa, well that fucking just, you know...
That rendered
Okay, so-
everything
so-
that he's
so
been
this guy
through
doesn't care
pointless.
about emotional consequences. Nice.
Yeah, it's
Like-
like... I like this scene because it's super emotional. Oh, by the way, it's all that's pointless in like 5 seconds.
And also, he says the character to respect C3PO, but it's like his memory is wiped. Ah, fuck! Now it'll be more annoying. Yes, respect.
Yeah,
That's how
because
that works.
It's like, no, not again.
They play it as a joke.
Didn't they kind of do that in like the sequel, prequels, like Episode 3? Like, oh, we're gonna have to wipe the protocol Joy's
Yeah, but that
mind.
was like a tiny moment that was supposed to explain the continuity between trilogies.
I don't care. Let's move on.
I'm just glad I see some human sides of C-3PO. Fantastic moment. Then Rey finds out about her parents and she fights Kylo. The fight Rey and Kylo have within this Force bond is really cool to me, and it builds off of this wonderful dynamic introduced in The Last Jedi. However, the big thing in these scenes is the reveal that Rey is the granddaughter of Palpatine. And I think this is a good time to talk about Rey Palpatine, because a lot of you will know just how much I love that Rey was no one in The Last Jedi. I think it's such a
Oh, that was a big fucking middle finger to you. Suck it,
Yeah,
fuckface.
it was a big middle finger to pretty much everybody who liked TLJ. Everybody
See, even fucking Dunn's
nearly everybody
cracking
who liked TLJ. Everybody who liked TLJ screamed in fury.
The weird thing is that, from what I've experienced, everyone who likes TLJ likes it because these plot beats appeal to their particular tastes, not because they're narratively satisfying or well written or anything.
Yeah, it's not good.
It makes the Force mystic and interesting again, and is honestly just one of the most complex and thought-provoking ideas in the Star Wars movies.
No, it
Therefore,
does
to my
not. No, it
great
does not.
dislike, Disney chickened out on making nuanced films that had things to say, and gave into the criticism and outrage from
The Last Jedi only pretends like it has something to say.
Yeah, so that's the thing about TLJ. TLJ is pseudo-intellectual at best.
Yep.
Like, that's how I would describe it. It is a pseudo-intellectual movie that a lot of people think is intellectually stimulating, even though when you like scratch into the surface and say, "Oh, what are these themes are saying? How are these themes delivered?" Oh,
It's
they're
crap.
not.
It's all
You know,
crap.
I'm surprised Adam hasn't been lighting up in the fucking chat.
Real storytelling. Come on.
Alright.
Come on, Adam.
Come on,
The
Adam.
Adam's mellowed and not
Come on.
insane.
Come on, Adam. Come join us.
It's
Let's
at
take
least-
away your feelings.
It's at least good to know that
Fuck,
he adores
this
TLJ.
fucking stream would be like 8 hours long if we invited him on this right now. At this point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'll be a shit throwing contest. I feel at this point.
Let's move on.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Rage from some of the
So
fans,
uncivilized.
and they made Rey related to someone we already knew. I hated this retcon for a long time, and although I still don't think that Rey Palpatine is nearly as powerful a message as Rey Nobody, I've learned how to accept it within the film, because it actually makes sense within this individual story. Rey tries so hard to be good, she wants to do what's right, and then all the walls just come crumbling down
Everything a
upon her.
gold star. Just every single moment in this film a gold star.
No.
I
Has
really
there been
think they're
any
bronze.
silver?
It looks like bronze to me.
I don't. Maybe he's
Let me
colorblind.
check. Let me check. I am going to check real quick because
He gave C3PO a silver medal.
Fuck
oh,
that.
You're so...
Yeah, a bit of emotional
He
manipulation. with
deserves
silver.
an S for his performance in this movie. Everybody else gets shit
Pay
though.
respects.
Why is he, I wonder why he's called TurfNation. Doesn't turf now have a negative connotation?
No, turf with an E has a negative connotation.
Oh fuck! Then I must have gotten the wrong name wrong. I'll change it by the end of the freaking stream.
Yeah, TERF means trans exclusionary radical feminist. Turf can mean either area or I don't know, a grass plain.
Turf, as in soil, is also possible, I think.
All right, I think we got
Oh,
that.
they're bronze. Wait. Hey. So he's done a bunch of bronze. Why is it great? I don't understand this guy's logic. This guy's I don't understand this guy's metric. This
You're trying to
metric
find
does
where
not
Say
make
that
any
done.
sense.
You're
I
trying to
think what
find.
he's trying to put in here is that bronze is good, silver is great, and gold is amazing. I think
Done.
that's the metric he's
Yes.
going
You
for.
guys are trying to find logic where there is none.
Good point.
True.
You're like season 8. You're
Let's
like the season
let's
8.
just power through. Let's just
You're
power
like season 8 Game of Thrones season 8 the fucking theorist right now. You're trying to find shit where there is none.
No, I'm trying to
He's
work
got
out
his
how
own
this guy's.
standards.
Yeah.
Like we got different ones, and it's never
With
really
the
gets
reveal.
logical.
Alright, let's get this shit on the road.
She is indeed the granddaughter of the most evil person to ever live in the galaxy. A man who murdered millions and caused so much hate
No
and suffering. How do you
context
keep
for
going
any
after
of
hearing
this.
that? Sure, she can just tell herself that she's not like
There
him,
has
that
been
she's
no
good and he's
setup
evil.
for
But
this.
earlier in the story, she accidentally lost control of her powers, and she thought she'd killed one
That
of her
shit
best
just doesn't
friends.
happen.
She's afraid of herself. She's afraid of what she might become, and she starts to.
Suddenly
Can we
to
talk about just
lightning.
how flimsy this whole plot line that he's trying to cobble together is? Literally everything he's talking about here gets one scene each. And then we have Octo. Which is like just wangsting out.
Oh shit, fighting expert, you just set up a fire in this chat, didn't you?
What did he say?
What did he say?
Adam is in a different stream. And then Adam comes in, what stream am I in?
Oh, in a chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh, let the flame war begin.
Man's in a chat. Time to crucify.
Time for a fucking crusade, like fighting expert like to say.
To fall into the
Right.
same pit that she helped Luke get out of. It's a mature idea of how
No.
depression and anxiety
She
can
helped
corrupt
Luke
us
get
to the point where we
She helped Luke get out of. Fuck off.
No, Yoda got Luke out of that funk.
Also, that's insulting to people with depression.
Yeah, it's extremely fucking insulting.
If you want an actual like good description of the good portrayal of depression, read Starlight Archive. Starlight Archive actually had like Brandon Sanderson did his frickin' research and made like Kaladin and Dalinar like actually deal with legitimate PTSD and depression. It's not this half-assed bullcrap.
Final Fantasy VII had a better portrayal of depression.
Everything has a better depiction of depression than this frickin' movie.
I'm sure there's things out there that's worse. There's always a bigger fish, you see.
Well, maybe it's just because this just he's just reading stuff that's non-existent makes me think that there's nothing worse.
Yeah, he's just
begin
using
to
buzzwords.
Yeah.
lose faith in the ideas that are so vital in who we are. Last film, she risked everything to save Ben, because she saw some good in him, but now she can barely see that same good inside herself. This is a film that shows Rey in her darkest.
She can barely see
in
that
her
good
darkest.
inside herself.
It's like
Really?
she's literally a
Her
fucking
darkest
paragon.
time.
And then
Yeah,
suddenly
she's morally flawless.
But the problem is the plot is not based around
the
her
character.
paragon is.
I forgot the word. The characters don't determine the plot. The plot determines the characters. That's what I'm thinking about.
Which is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Moments. see her confront the evil inside her directly, and she loses to it. She's afraid of it. She struggles to fight back. However, in the end, Rey finds a way to pull herself out of it.
No. No. No.
Not this
This is
scene.
just some dumb
No.
Barbie fucking stupid Fisher Price bullshit.
This
Just believe in
is
yourself.
Ah,
this is
I am all the
really-
Sith. And I am all the Jedi.
apparently, if you use 2 lightsabers, the enemy will continue shocking himself.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
pissing
because-
on themselves until they
because
fucking.
Palpatinism is a moron.
Yeah, Palpatine is fucking ruined in this movie.
He just keeps electrifying himself.
His character is fucking destroyed in more ways than one.
Yeah. It's just like, I love Wolf's reaction to hearing Palpatine's laugh in the trailer. He's like, no. And then Mauler's just laughing. It's just like, look, there's even more that they can ruin. They can even bring back people who are dead and ruin them.
They bring back Mace
Everybody's being
Windu.
systematic.
Oh boy.
Everybody's being systematically murdered. And he's on next. Who would have thought the most inconsistent character would be frickin' Palpatine?
Oh,
I mean, is he the most inconsistent character?
I mean,
I mean,
there's a pretty
Kylo
strong
Ren
case to
kind of
make
just
for
flip
Kylo.
flops.
Some competition.
Kylo gives him a run for his money because he kind of just flip flops the entire
Hux.
series.
Mm-hmm.
Hux gives him some competition.
Oh yeah.
Hux is pretty bad. Hux is pretty bad, yeah.
Mm.
When you have to
It,
create
with
a
the
new
guidance
character
of
to
Luke
replace
and the
her
thought of
old-
everything her and her
Oh my
friends are
God.
fighting for, she regains her spark.
still
She chooses to be
fucking
good. In The
lightning.
Last Jedi, she finds out that she is no one.
Shoots lightning, you moron.
Stop! You're the one who's shooting the lightning, you fucking dimwit. Jesus Christ.
At least in Revenge of the Sith, it's not like he's fucking disintegrating himself.
Let's get go.
One and overcomes that obstacle. And in this one, she finds out that she is destined for evil, and she overcomes that
No, she
obstacle. In
doesn't.
both these
No, she
films, she
doesn't.
hears the
She
hardest
does
things
not.
she could ever possibly hear, and in both stories, she chooses to be better. I think it's a wonderful arc Rey goes.
Does she choose anything?
Arc.
She just is.
This
Like,
and
does this
has
mean
the
that they can just change her parentage from story to story depending on what they want? Like, are you
Watch.
serious?
And like the sequels to this movie, like 30 years from now, she just changes again. she's just like
Yeah,
losing Luke and
find out
TLJ.
that she is the reincarnation of Anakin, and then that
She
will be
just
an
gets
entirely new
retconned.
story for her.
No, she's a reincarnation of TLJ Luke. She fucking no, except she murders the entire school.
Goes through in movies. And although the two stories don't mix in the right way, individually her stories in these films are nuanced and complex.
Oh
I
my.
think Rey Palpatine works really well within this movie. Rey in the
nuanced and complex, huh?
Oh, totally. I must be stupid because I missed it.
Shit. There's nothing.
sequel trilogy overall is one of the most underrated characters in the entire franchise. Her story is fantastic.
Hey, we are here because we are bored shitless for the most part because of COVID. So this is entertainment. Let's continue.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then Finn has a good moment for once in this film. He's been kinda shafted these past two films, and to be honest, after this scene, he doesn't really have much else to do. But it's a nice moment nevertheless. It's just a simple scene of two past stormtroopers sitting down together, sharing their experiences and stories of how they each left the First Order. It's a cute moment for Finn that suddenly relates back to The Force Awakens.
Forced order? The
Yeah, 'cause-
forced order?
The
It
Force
could have actually, they could have actually done
Forced
something
it.
like that in The Force Awakens. But no, Finn had to flip on a dime and start murdering his comrades gleefully. Like a fucking psychopath or some weird shit. Like, oh, my friend, he died. How horrible. 2 minutes later, die, stormtroopers, die. It's just so fucking bizarre and weird.
see that? Did you see that?
I just murdered my friend, I just murdered my bunk bed roommate. Hurt.
Oh, that's really
which should have been happening all along. But oh well, this movie did fin really dirty, and I'm at least happy that we got this nice moment. Even though it is a bit ironic of them to talk about how they were taken as children and forced into that harsh life, but then later they just absolutely mowed down every stormtrooper they can find, even though these troopers are probably a lot like them. It just doesn't make sense. But again, switch your mind off and this movie becomes...
Oh, okay, fuck you.
Switch your mind off.
No. I
Just turn your
refuse
brain
to
off.
switch my mind off, you fucking idiot.
Just do the thing, you know. Just turn your brain off. Just the thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't need your brain.
Why should I
Just
need to turn
just get
my
a
brain
lobotomy.
off to enjoy a movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
if you wonder why I keep saying just do the thing, there's this really stupid Fallout New Vegas deconstruction video where he complains about the graphics of Fallout New Vegas. You know, this really old 360 game. And he's like, why couldn't they just make the graphics better? You know, just do the thing, just make the graphics better. Like that's like a flip of a switch that like can just do that. So it's kind of became a meme between me and Potato. That you know, just do the thing. You know, turn your brain off. It's so dumb. I hate it.
Fuck this guy.
really
Brain
fun to
off.
watch. Rey versus Kylo is a silver moment.
What even is his fucking rating system? I'm so confused. I feel like he's just like CinemaSins, where he just throws random shit, and there's like no scale whatsoever. It's just random, like the sins or the non-sins. I don't get it.
It's his personal standard, I guess.
Oh, he wearing this pair of pants in this scene, and he's wearing a different one. Ding. Fucking hell.
I personally think this is criminally underrated. On a purely aesthetic basis, it succeeds. The setting of the fallen Death Star and the ocean all around them is...
No, it makes no fucking sense why the Death Star shouldn't be fucking here at all. It should be vaporized with the surrounding area around it. Where the fuck it even is this Death Star at?
Let's just chart the journey of the second Death Star.
Yes.
We see it get fucking blown up on screen, but somehow more than half of it survives, is apparently flung through hyperspace to a second moon around Endor, survives planetary re-entry, lands in the ocean, does not cause any sort of climate change, and then just sits there, not rusting, not moving, not in any way being damaged, or moved, or looted, or parts,
Yeah.
or literally anything.
Metal in seawater with air, like, that's gonna rust away in less than 30 years.
Oh,
Easily.
done.
And then someone.
Do you want
comes
another
up,
guest?
makes an
We got
outline
fighting
of
expert.
the place,
Who is it?
Fighting
makes
expert.
a dagger out of it that you have to stand at a specific place to use.
Alright.
Makes a ruler for said dagger, inscribes where you're, well, at least the moon that you're supposed to go to, and then just packs up and leaves.
Yeah, it's really dumb. You guys can push play. I'm doing something.
It's
It's
really
visually
dumb,
pleasing and also symbolic. The contrast, but also the parallels between this fight and the Obi-Wan versus Anakin fight is worthy of appreciation. That fight is about both Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting each other for or against evil. It's a fight filled with hatred, which is why this lava setting perfectly matches this tone. Rey and Ben's fight, however, is about the good in each other. It's a fight filled with affection and confusion, and the roaring waves in the background is perfect for that too. But beyond just the setting, the choreography and the nuance it brings is underrated too.
The choreography is underrated. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, this fucking baseball club swinging is
Ah.
underrated.
I didn't know these lightsabers weighed
Oh,
Yeah, I actually
boy.
kilos.
recently watched a video. I think it was today, and it's not the best video, but Pirates of the Caribbean with lightsabers. It's just a
Oh, yeah.
movie of the Jack versus Barbossa fight in the first movie. And
Hmm.
that is actually what I can imagine two amateurs doing with lightsabers.
I want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean now.
Yeah.
They're
Not
much better
bad.
than crap.
It's not
Hey,
bad at all.
you guys are
Hello.
in the watch together?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it's about below you. We're in the group, so it should be yeah.
Okay, I am joining right now. But what I heard, how he compared the Battle of the Heroes to the Abomination. Mm, no, no, it doesn't work like that.
Oh boy, didn't you know the sequels had the best sword fight choreography? All right, let's. Are you in the watch together?
Let's just move on.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
I love how sloppy this fight is. Both of these characters are physically and mentally exhausted, especially Rey. I love how heavy the blow.
Like,
Mm.
Also,
Do you guys
the
mind if I
lightsaber.
go on a rant?
that's
No,
away.
For it.
Okay,
Go
the
for it.
reason why they're so exhausted, as he puts it, is because they fight like shit. They don't know how to fight. They're overswinging. They're using way too much energy. And if people say, oh, well, it's in a galaxy far, far away, so they're gonna fight differently, it doesn't matter. Look at the prequels, look at the original trilogy, then look at this. This is garbage. And also, I can use that defense against people with the dialogue for defending the prequels. So that argument is null and void in your opinion. And also, look at this. Just look at their faces. When you're actually fighting, also the fact that Rey is going underhanded, which you cannot do with the lightsaber she has, you should not be putting that much force on it. You're going to stab yourself in the pelvis or cut off your own leg. Just,
That's just your opinion, though. Alright. We got a whole another 14 minutes. Well, less. I got 13 because it's 29 minutes.
Those are because it perfectly contrasts the smoothness that Obi-Wan and Anakin fought with. They're just not the same
No.
characters.
You know how much Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor trained to get the choreography right.
Where pretty much in the entire sequel trilogy, it was just like one take.
It was just baseball bats.
Yes. Yeah,
because
yeah,
were
they did
lazy.
some training, but not enough. And also, they had the wrong people choreographing the fights.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of lazy douchebags.
Yeah, they didn't put any effort.
Or fighters. Rey and Kylo's fight styles are a lot more rustic and based on athleticism rather than skill. The choreography mirrors this wonderfully. I've seen people take the piss.
Rustic
Oh, it's
Did-
such.
on athleticism. What do you guys think
Oh,
of that?
let me say something real quick. Like,
Fucking bullshit.
I'm no swordsman, but when you have someone's lightsaber, like you freeze them like that, and you just have your other hand open, like you just stab them. You have their weapon suspended; they can't do anything. Like,
Did he just say that Rey and Kylo's light fighting style is based off of athleticism and not skill?
That's what he said, I think. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh my. Oh.
If he's gonna refer to like medieval fighting, he is so wrong about that as well. Holy shit.
It's a mix of both. You have to be athletic in order to do medieval fighting, and also you gotta have the skill to pull it off with very complicated moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Basic medieval fighting is all about athleticism. Oh my gosh, why? I may cry.
Oh boy! All right, let's carry along here.
The piss out of this specific moment in the fight where they use the force to block each other's swings, and I agree it's a bit goofy, but if you think this is a problem, but see,
You stop their
Absolutely no
blade, but you
problem.
don't
Is
use
this
your blade.
Is this something that literally everyone can do?
I
Like,
think
your hand
normally
is open, use your sword. Hers is stuck. Like, oh my god.
Stab
What is-
each other.
What is this guy
Right?
even
Oh my
getting at?
Star Wars has a sort of concept to
Oh my god,
make sure that the
she's doing the fucking Skyrim thing with the great sword, where they throw the whole lightsaber behind them and then they go for a big ass swing.
I
Oh,
know, and it's just that you are exposing yourself. You don't
Telegraph
have
time.
to do that.
I know, because I play a lot of Blade and Sword Streak. That's my only way of playing sword games. And like, I wait for them to do their stupid spinning moves or overswing, and I just kill them instantly. It's really dumb the way that it's continuing.
you know this?
Wow. The only bad thing.
Then you're being a hypocrite.
No.
they're using both
No,
their
we're not.
hands.
You're using the worst part of the prequel fight. Like, wow, that's really disingenuous.
Yeah, that
Also,
part
the
is
fact
fair.
that, like, breaking it down. Now, Chad does a good take, but the way that I also have it is that when you are so skilled, you actually can build up momentum where, yes, you're not hitting your opponent, but it's also just like, I'm building up momentum because, yes, there's such a thing as carrying the momentum from a swing into a strike
Something like a
while
Montante
making
strike.
sure I can defend myself in case my opponent actually attacks me.
Something like that. I would
Also,
think of like a Montante, like a two-handed sword, something like that. That's
they're
what comes
It's
to
using both
mind.
even
their
used with
hands.
staff fighting.
Oh yeah, I'm just bringing the one that comes to mind, first one that comes to mind.
They're pushing each other and then they're using their lightsaber at the same time. That's already better than the fucking TROS fight.
And it's genius if you actually think about it, because they are like extremely skilled fighters and they've trained together, so they know each other's moves. It's showing them at their peak of fighting each other when you are so skilled that you both get into a rhythm of not hitting each other.
Yeah, it's still a really weird decision. I would just cut it.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue.
And you're probably gonna say that, oh, that part looks stupid because it's just a single shot from the fight and it's out of context. But so is the shot from this.
No, the difference is that she can stab him in that moment because she's holding his lightsaber essentially, and she's not doing anything
Also,
with her
the
lightsaber
fact
hand.
that if you look at Revenge of the Sith, they are holding the lightsaber in both hands, and then if they're not, it's when they are preparing to do the Force push.
This guy isn't
This-
totally isn't completely disingenuous.
I was about to say that. Damn, you done.
Predictable. You need to
Yeah.
get better material, bub.
Damn, I should quit YouTube.
Fight. this film is completely okay as long as the arguments are valid, which in this case,
It's not valid, damn.
Come on.
Yeah.
And he gets to decide what's valid or not.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're bad. We should go home.
Yeah,
I
we
actually
are
went
home,
on
I think.
TurfNation's server once, and this one guy was saying like, "Oh, well, I pull my experience from video games and TV shows when it comes to like staff fighting and weapons fighting," and I'm just like, "No, you do
That is
not
not a
do
good-
that. If
That
you
is
want
that is a weak appeal to that's even a weak fallacy. That's a weak appeal to authority if ever I've heard it.
Like the only game you can sort of get that is like Blade and Sorcery. That's like, but that's a VR game. That's because you're actually physically trying to move the weapons and stuff, not a controller.
Also, other game which will surprise a lot of people, but like depending on how you feel, but that actually show pretty good mechanics with fighting and with weapons is actually all the Assassin's Creed games.
Alright.
They aren't. Rey versus Kylo, in my opinion, deserves to be appreciated on the same level as Obi-Wan versus Anakin. I think they're perfect counterparts to each other, and I'm not ashamed.
Oh my god, that looks so
No.
So
Colon
she goes
exorcist,
from
damn it.
squatting forward to just leaping over a wave.
I don't know who was
Where
holding.
she does not have.
The shot here is really funny.
Someone call an exorcist.
Someone take that, put it in Photoshop, and then like have her jumping over like something else, or just belly flopping.
That would be amazing.
I have already copied it.
The screenshot part is easy.
Cringe. I am all the cringe.
I put it in my general chat, so if you want to find it, that's where it'll be.
Okay, good.
I am all the cringe.
I am all of the flippity flaps. Alright, let's continue.
I'm not ashamed to say that I like this fight. Also, Kylo Ren beating Rey is important because it shows all those people who didn't understand the situation and context of the fight in The Force Awakens all the reasons for why Kylo originally lost. It shows them what happens when these two fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, she just downloaded all of his memories apparently. And
I'm going to have an aneurysm or a stroke because of just.
Do you need some wine?
I might need to crack a cold one.
I mean, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was choking on alcohol because it was too painful.
Oh, I was here earlier, just in the background.
Yeah. I mean, was it that earlier? Who was holding whose lightsaber down? Because like I think it was Kylo or something. It was like all he had to do was lift up, and her head would have been split like a fucking melon.
Yep.
Fight properly because yes, Kylo is the better and more experienced fighter. He only loses.
But look at that! You're just holding it behind him. Like, stab me, please.
Also, he's the most experienced fighter, so he wins. But DFA doesn't count or what?
Or
no, because he was shot in the ribs.
Properly because yes, Kylo is the better and more experienced fighter. He only loses because Leia steps in, which is also a beautiful moment. Leia giving her life to save her son from himself is a wonderful way for her to go out. And given the limited material they had from Carrie Fisher, I think they overall did a decent job throughout this film. This fight is just great from beginning to end, especially Ben looking so cute and so chubby in this shot. No, but in all seriousness, this fight scene is...
Oh my, what the?
Oh, okay, Kylo's dead now, apparently. Look at that shot. Joe, what would you say? You think Kylo's dead right now?
It should be.
Yes.
This is so dumb. So
It doesn't take
stupid.
an expert to know that he should be dead.
Well, you know, I just had to get your opinion. Like, I had to do the thing. I'm
The
also
appeal to
clipping that.
authority.
Go, move on.
No, I must assess everything. We are EFAP clone 69.
Hmm.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why is it not playing? What?
Great.
Okay.
Also, Chewbacca's reaction to Leia's death is obviously heartbreaking. Han, Luke, and Leia are now all gone, and except for R2 and C-3PO, Chewie's all that's left. That's sad. And then we have Ben and Han Solo, which is a silver moment. It was fantastic to see Harrison Ford back as Han on screen.
No, it just makes Kylo look crazy.
It's an
He's literally
hallucination.
forgiving himself.
The best part of this scene is the speculation of how much money they had to drop on Harrison Ford to get him to come back.
Yeah. His yard was probably full of money. Like lots of money.
I want to
I
see
think
that
Fighting
paycheck.
Expert just died. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
The poor man couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Time. And the scene
Don't
is
blame him.
really good. Adam Driver is such a fucking good actor. Every time I see him in anything, he blows me away. And the same
Oh,
thing is
no.
true in this scene. It's so satisfying to watch the climax of the conflict we've seen inside Ben for the entire trilogy. And the callback to The Force Awakens is brilliant. This is the moment Kylo Ren becomes
Retarded because he just threw his lightsaber away.
She's going to need later.
This
Why
is a
would you
useful
throw it
weapon.
away
Let
just
me
because
chuck
it's
it.
red?
It's useful, you nitwit.
I mean, it says fucking Ahsoka had a red lightsaber and converted it into like purified it and turned it into a white
fuck.
lightsaber.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
Yeah, that's a thing.
So you could have had a fucking white crossguard lightsaber. You could have been so diverse. No, wait, it would have been
So
black.
diverse. That would have been black because. Oh no, that would have been cultural appropriation because
Oh,
he
shit.
appropriates blackness for himself.
Hey, Noble, how are you doing? Great for you to join us. Alright, let's continue.
Ben Solo. I love that shit. Then right after this emotional father-son moment, we have this scene with Luke and Rey. Now I don't think this scene is overall as good as the Han Solo and Ben one, because the dialogue is weird and I just don't feel the emotions that
Oh no, it was a big fuck you to fucking Ryan Johnson.
And for that, I will say
Luke's
that it was
hair
totally
looks
worth it.
especially bad in this.
What was the line he said again? I forgot.
I was wrong.
A Jedi's weapon
was
deserves more
wrong.
A
respect.
More
Jedi
respect.
weapons deserves more respect. It's like he's literally slapping Ryan Johnson across the face.
The worst part is that he would never have had the scene if there wasn't a backlash to that lightsaber throw.
I bet Mark Hamill was fucking grinning, like smirking when he read the fucking line for the first time.
Oh. Oh, I imagine he was. Imagine he was. It
I
was
think J.J.
amazing.
Abrams wants me to. However, it's not a bad scene at all. I wish I got a little bit more out of it, but something great still came out of it. Luke pulling out the X-Wing is a silver moment, because it's just so satisfying. The callback to Yoda originally pulling out the X-Wing, inspiring a sense of wonder and hope into the mind of a young Jedi, just perfects Luke's character arc. He wasn't the wise and complete master in The Last Jedi. He still had some things to learn about himself there. This is Jedi Master Luke. He helps Rey stay on her path, just like Yoda helped him do in the past, just like Obi-Wan helped him do in the past, just like Rey helped him do in the past. This moment cuts so deep in my
I like how Mark Hamill's just smiling. He's like, yes, yes. Well, I can say at least he's probably enjoying.
Ryan.
I bet he's at least enjoying TROS, his part in it anyways. I like the suffering he was doing.
X-Wing makes
him
looks like a douche.
Well, considering considering that poor Mark Hamill takes every opportunity he can to pee all over Last Jedi, I can only imagine that he is probably doing a whole lot of peeing all over in this scene, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this feels good, man."
Oh,
I can
That's hot.
finally act a
That's
little
hot.
bit like Luke.
right. Kylo is
It does
not
create
cute.
problems.
Kylo,
uh,
yeah, Adam Driver can be good if he's in other things. It's not one of them.
yeah, it's dialogue and shit holds him back in these
Yeah.
movies.
Frail little Star Wars heart. Help me. This next one isn't a
Why-
standout
what?
moment. Helped him do in the past. Just like Rey helped him do in the past. This moment cuts so deep in my frail little Star Wars heart. Help me. This next
Okay, that's weird.
one isn't a standout moment. I just like that they made it canon that the lightspeed ramming scene was a once in a million.
Oh.
That is a good thing. Why? And
Holdo
that's
was
not
trying to
utterly
escape.
dumb. Why?
That's not a.
That is not.
What does that make
That's
Holdo?
not dumb. Why? Frickin' named it after the second worst character in the movie.
I mean,
Wait,
Holdo
which
was
one
trying
is the
to.
worst?
Oh, fucked up.
Done.
Ow.
Which
Rose.
one is the worst
Rose.
character in TLJ?
Say Rose.
Nah, I'd say Holdo is worse than Rose.
I think Rose is more indicative of the worst part, which is Canto Bite. But I guess, yeah, Holdo is more insufferable than Rose.
Ow. Fuck me. That's okay. Jesus Christ. Let's move on. I don't want to think about this anymore.
Moment. Ah, that's right. Screw you, you imbeciles. Say no to hate. Then Ben Solo.
The fuck was. The fuck?
Screw you, you imbeciles. Say no to hate.
Yes, we cannot
Okay,
hate
okay,
this movie.
Turf Nation. We'll keep that in
No,
mind for the Game of
that
Thrones
was
video.
that was that was capitulating to hate if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
It was like that is like we do not care, and we are going to wipe our butts in how much we don't care.
Arrives at the battlefield, and him running like Han Solo just warms my heart. There's a really beautiful moment between Rey and Ben where they finally understand each other fully.
Where did this come from? What the fuck? Will they fully understand each other? Where the fuck did you
like
get that
Han
from?
Solo.
I am scared
Running
for what he
like-
finds a gold moment.
No, because he runs with his gun up, and he runs, so it's like Han Solo, don't you know?
Where did he get that
Duh.
blaster from?
The fucking ether. Jeez, it's like you. Have you been?
Where does it
You haven't
go
been
in the
paying
next
attention,
scene?
obviously.
Where does it go in the next scene? Back into the ether?
Yes.
Guess
Just
so.
like the
Yes.
knife. He found it where the knife went. From TLJ. Yep.
By the way, where did Rey's blaster go that she got from Han?
Fucking ether too. That's where he got it. It just transformed because physics is subjective.
This continuity error is so easy to fix. Just have Rey lose Han's blaster on the Death Star wreckage, and then Kylo picks it up.
Or just not have Kylo lose his weapon.
No, he didn't lose it. He just fucking tossed it because he's a fucking retard.
He tossed it into the ocean because he's an idiot.
This is a piece of junk, even though it can be useful.
Yeah.
They finally each other and they become one with each other. It's ironic that Palpatine, being the powerful
That's a terrible thought.
What?
Terrible thought.
They
Become one with each other. That has
Oh
that
no.
has multiple weird
You could go with a
connotations.
certain. Yeah.
So many
Fucking
weird
Raylos, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm just saying becoming one with themselves is a sexual innuendo, just
Oh, no.
factually.
manipulative person he is by trying to control the emotions and choices of Rey and Ben by connecting them through the Force, accidentally created their strongest weapon. The moment when Lando shows up
So
with the
dumb.
Resistance army.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, I forgot about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
So much
Remember
visual
that.
noise. How can you forget about all of the bad things in this movie? It's permanently ingrained in my brain how stupid this was.
How did they get through the space cancer?
Reasons?
They just hyperspace and hope they make it or something. It's like there's like
I
a
don't know.
bazillion fucking ships that didn't make it. It's just a wall of debris. Oh my god. No, not the children.
Army is a great moment. When we hear the words, "There are more of us,"
Just
we
the-
get excited.
Actually, that
Not just
reminds
the
me of something.
whamming.
Oh my god, it just reminded me that fucking of that stupid TLJ shit. Oh, there is no hope. There's one ship. There is no hope. Oh, but the Emperor has a bazillion fucking Death Stars. Oh, there is hope. I'm like, what? The fuck are you talking about? Because you remember, like they were losing hope in TLJ because like the one Star Destroyer or something.
Yeah,
And then in this
supremacy.
movie, there's like a bazillion Death Star ships, and now they're like, oh, now we show up. Now there is hope somehow. Even
And also,
this,
they didn't do
Yeah.
jack shit. Those ships, they just are there to be destroyed.
well, they're just
Yeah.
they're just background pieces. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just so stupid. It's so dumb.
Oh, I should force Noble Commando to watch TROS now, just to see him suffer.
Do it.
He hasn't watched it.
No.
He hasn't watched it.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah. Just watch Mahler's video. It's about as long as the movie and more entertaining.
That
I
it
remember
is.
when the Shad got all pissed off when he found out that fucking Luke's X-wing wasn't destroyed. Like, oh my gosh, like the ramifications of that. Like he just committed suicide for no fucking reason. I mean, just like Rag said, it's better just to be dead. Why even be alive?
Why? You're immortal. You can do anything you want. You can bone. You can like lift things with the force. You can kill mother suckers. You can do all of these things.
Mother suckers.
Just kill yourself and just be dead.
Yeah, just fucking kill yourselves. That's the message of TROS.
That's
Don't
the
take that
message
out of
of
context.
TLJ too. That's the message of all the sequel trilogies because
Hey.
they want a mass suicide of all of the Star Wars fans because then
Dad,
nobody will criticize their crappy product.
Dad, don't fight what you hate. Save what you love.
Yeah.
Not both. Not both.
But then Hodo's like, low hyperspace ramming.
How many
That's not
people must have died due to that?
I like
Jeez.
how fucking tone deaf that was. Right, like with fucking the fucking laser beam just blows right through the fucking blast doors comically.
Yeah. TLJ, I think like that's what Ryan Johnson is good at. He's good at making anti-parodies.
All right, let's continue.
Excited. The whole Star Wars music starts playing. We see Lando and Chewie back in the Falcon, and we get ready for an.
Oh my gosh, Hando and Chewie in the Millennium Falcon. It's just like super fucking.
Hando?
Nostalgia.
No, Hando? Is that like a new ship name between Han and Lando?
Yeah, it's Hando. The Hando Falcon. Hando Falcon.
Oh yeah, it's a new ship name to add to Storm Pilot and Raylo.
The Hando Falcon.
Oh, you were talking about those ships.
It's such surface level
Fuck's sakes.
bullshit. Oh my gosh, Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber. OMG. It's like the best thing ever. Hando, Lando, and Chewie fighting, flying in the Handalorian Falcon. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Life is
Bugger all.
terrible. Life is terrible. We must live with it. All of our entertainment is terrible. Just need to live with it.
You need to
Just
write more
accept.
books for us, you fuck.
I have 11 books out.
More. We need more.
Okay, I have I have 2 novellas and a novel coming out this year. Happy?
Fine. I'll accept.
I need
for
more
now.
people to read them. I need more people to read them so I can talk about them online. I'll talk about them on my YouTube
I will
channel.
fucking buy one. The first one probably. That's like you have to go in order. Obviously, you can't just complain about not knowing a thing by going to like the third game or book or movie for some stupid reason, like some people do.
It depends. Well, it depends. They're not all in the same series. One trilogy, 3 books out of a 4-book series, 3 books and a novella in an ongoing anthology series, 2 trilogy starters. I'm writing all of those series at the same time.
Yeah. Well, do you talk about this in your writer showcase? I never
What do you
on
mean?
those. I never really watched any of those.
No, I just read sections of my work on stream and allow anybody else who wants to come on to read their work as well.
Well, we only got a
Mostly just
couple
have,
minutes left to finish this up.
Yeah.
An epic finale. This final battle is not very complex. It's not a masterclass in cinema. If you ask me to compare.
Oh, you're so downplaying. Oh, you're comparing it to Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay.
But how dare you compare this to Lord of the Rings?
I shall burn him. Well, unless
there is no comparison.
Just make sure
What
he
the
is not
fuck?
hiding behind a small rock, and then I can burn him. All right? You all good in that? All right.
I can just kill him. It's also a possibility.
Oh my god, that's harassment. Banned. Alright.
Compare this, then I pat you on the shoulder and say good one as I walk off laughing. There is nothing special about this battle, but it does put a smile on my face. This is the finale.
The special effect of the Star Destroyer exploding.
Look at the pretty lights.
Does put a smile on my face.
We're okay. What are you, fucking Dark Knight Joker now?
Oh, Thanos.
Oh. Let me show you how I got this smile.
One often doesn't consider fun with balancing the universe. This does put a smile on my face.
Infinity War. Good times, good times.
Yeah. Infinity War and Endgame. 2 good movies in a sea of terrible.
Finale Walker Saga, a franchise I've been.
Oh my god.
It's not a Skywalker saga.
Just look at the absurdity.
That's insulting.
Palpatine wins.
Oh, have you heard about the fan art that they stole and put into this scene?
Oh,
no.
Yeah. There was some like 3D model designs that they stole and put into this, I think. Or was that the comics?
The books as well. They just simply stole 3D renders and put it in
is that books. A fucking Radis up there on the side? Another fucking calamari ship?
This scene is basically weaponized nostalgia on full blast. There's nothing to it.
Yeah. Heavily in my whole life. As a film lover, this scene is nothing special, but as a Star Wars fan, a great time. And that's what I enjoy about this movie. It helps me forget whatever is going on in the real world, and I just get immersed in the fun adventure. This is not the worst Star Wars movie.
Well, there are certain people in this call who would disagree with you on that one, buddy.
I would strongly disagree. This is definitely the worst one.
There's like two
There's
different
nothing
contexts.
worse.
There's retarded bad, and then there's malicious bad. Like that's kind of like the only thing separating TROS from TLJ.
Yeah. In terms of how much like it hates its audience, it's very similar to it's very similar to the Transformers movies in that way, where Michael Bay actively hates his audience. That's why it makes it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, and like why, and also because Michael Bay has sociopathic tendencies. That's also part of it.
Oof.
He doesn't understand how humans work.
And I think it honestly ends off the series with a bang. Speaking of bangs, Palpatine's lightning strike on the Resistance is really cool.
Skip.
You know, there's no emotion.
Fuck, that was blasting in my ears.
It's called E-Rig for a reason.
What? I can't hear you. It's too bright. Alright. Yeah, that lightning's stupid. I don't care. Moving on.
Emotion in the shot, and there shouldn't be. It's just Palpatine showing what a badass he is. It's a great moment.
It's a great moment. Superficially only, by the way. So yeah.
It sets him up like, yes, his lightning is now uber powerful, but once the two lightsabers
Hey, we're at the Suicide
can
Squad.
stop it. Jesus
Then
Christ,
we have
words.
all the Jedi moment, which is of course a silver moment. When Rey is laying on the ground to
It is not. It is not. It is not. No, it is the dumbest.
It's like your fucking
It is
child fucking playground bullshit. I am all the Sith. No, I'm all the Jedi. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I hate it. It's like you know, I just said it. Fucking, it feels like child ground fucking dialogue. Playground bullshit. In a fucking $1 million movie, you have fucking dialogue a child would create. Like, what the fuck do we? No,
Don't be so rude to kids, Dragon.
fuck kids. I'm Mike Rags right now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't hate kids. Just being hyperbolic.
And also, genuinely, I could do better than this playing with my toys when I was 10 years old.
That's just your opinion.
Yeah.
feet give up, and we hear those other Jedi of the past speaking out to her. It's magical. I loved this moment in the cinema, because it's what the finale of Star Wars should be. Star Wars is very much about failure, and more importantly, overcoming that failure. So seeing each of these
what
Jedi
failure did Rey go through?
She almost killed Chewbacca, and she lost to Kylo, I guess.
Damn.
Is that it?
That was so much hardship. Am I right, Dan? She is obviously the best character.
Hardship.
Yeah. She's untouchable. Lord of the Rings, get the fuck out of here. Rey. It's just the bestest ever.
together, ready to finally rid the
Best season ever.
galaxy of the biggest mistake the Jedi ever made.
Well, which was Rey? Wait, what was the biggest mistake they made?
Is this supposed to be Alfred? Is this supposed to be Alfred?
Huh?
Is this supposed to be Rey?
Is this supposed to be Qui-Gon?
Is this supposed to be Anakin?
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be Ahsoka?
Kanan, I think, is also in there.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what he goes with this.
It is true special. It's a way for the Jedi of the past to right their wrongs and once for all end this battle against Palpatine and the Sith that most of them died for. It's big and flashy and over the top with how Rey kills Palpatine, but oh well. So be it. This moment is still powerful. Then we have Ben's death, which is also a silver moment. Now I know Rey dies first, but this scene is really about Ben and finishing off his character arc.
No, it's really dumb. Just no stakes. How can we know he would just come back?
Yeah. If he was completely dead, then that would have been it.
Like he's a Force ghost, but he can probably still screw her. Because
Who
Force
says he
ghosts.
didn't already? Who says he didn't force impregnate her already?
Oh no, Anakin 2.0.
The little sociopathic kid.
I am gonna be the child killer 10,000.
I am all the dumbness.
I am all the pedophiles.
I don't think the trilogy was
It's
successful enough
Padme.
to warrant.
Oh, it's Padme
Kid.
who's the pedophile, or at least she's the groomer.
Oh no! Don't say that from Anomaly. He was
She's
don't
totally grooming.
insult the Peak Porkman.
I'm not insulting Pete Portman. I'm saying that Padme is totally a groomer.
I'm gonna show Anomaly this, and he's gonna be we'll see how that goes.
Rey already completed her arc by killing
Huh?
Palpatine.
Yeah, you get pretty careful. Those Aussies, you know, they're pretty crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hey, they live from down under. You
different.
don't know what kind of shit they live through every day.
You lose to emus. I think I'm okay.
Well, now since you put it that way. Yeah, I think we do have a chance.
The evil.
They're only angry because they're bitter. I just remembered, yeah.
They're bitter because they lose to frickin' emus.
It's like 1912, and it's like a front lines with a bunch of Australians with rifles, and you just have these birds running down like orcs, like in the beginning of Fellowship of the Rings, with just a line of orcs charging. Except it's orcs, it's fucking emus. But there was
Such an
one
awesome
emu.
shot, but we should probably keep going.
But there was one emu to rule them all.
Inside herself, but Ben still needs to do this one thing right. In order to accept himself again, he needs to give his life to save the person who helped save him, the person whom he cares most about in the entire world. Saving Rey can't excuse all the hurt and destruction he's caused.
don't
He'll
do
never be
something
truly
like
free from that guilt, but by saving
He has to show moonwalk again. Oh, why do you get to do that?
Man's liking his moonwalk.
He really loves that fucking moonwalk, does he?
I think it's ironic that they, like, first they undercut Anakin's redemption by bringing Palpatine back.
Oh,
And then
I
they
know a
give
good.
Kylo a redemption that's even more flimsy than Anakin's is now.
I know a good gif. I should do the Michael Jackson Thriller every time he does the fucking moonwalk. Alright, we got so little left.
Rey at
Yeah.
least he'll die knowing he did one thing right for once. Them kissing is some
3 hours now, almost.
That's pretty short, considering.
What's
What?
with the Donald Trump meme?
Wait, is he censoring their kiss?
He's censoring the
Jeez.
Why are you censoring
Well, it
a
is
kiss?
one of the worst kisses. It is one of the worst kisses in cinema history. Let's be fair.
If you want to censor it, you would
It's
censor
worse than
the whole
Twilight.
screen.
something I don't see anything wrong about. They care about each other. A lot. I've felt this spark between them ever since the
I feel uncomfortable every time they kiss. It is
They care
unsettling.
Probably
deeply
because they're
for each other. Since when? They tried to kill each other so many times.
I mean, Ray killed Kylo outright, but healed him, of course. But
Well, Commando, well, you see, lightsabers are super duper powerful now, and one lightsaber can barely stop them. But once you put two lightsaber in an X formation, oh, there's no hope of getting through that. I mean,
I am all the tism
yes.
ever.
I don't you agree when you put your lightsabers together in an X formation? It's like an invisible fucking wall. You can't get through it. Not even with a fucking truck going 100 miles per hour. It just
it's like putting your middle fingers in like the X formation. It's also
Yes.
uber powerful.
yes.
Let's just keep going. We only have like 5 minutes left.
Force Awakens. It's a satisfying payoff. Ben dying at the end is sad. It's
No, it's
emotional,
not.
but it's the perfect
I was
ending to
happy
one of the
when he died.
best character arcs of one of the greatest characters in the entire franchise. Wonderful moment. Celebrations are happy. I will never not enjoy seeing our heroes celebrating at the end of these movies. It just brings joy to my heart.
It's superficial
Wait, is he gonna
dumbassery.
show the lesbian kiss? That was cut out.
Where?
Because Disney are frickin' cowards.
Lesbian
The lesbian.
kiss?
Yeah, I really
Who
want him to
kissed?
make
Yeah.
Soda.
Two background
Two
characters.
background characters. Two
It's
background
probably-
characters who we know barely anything about, and who we care less about.
Aw.
It's probably cut out of the Chinese version, but it's still in the Western version.
Singapore specifically.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's get to one.
And then Rey Skywalker. I don't have a problem
Ugh.
with this. Rey chose who she is. She didn't let her parentage, her destiny, or
Motherfucker.
anything else write her story for her.
Yeah, Disney did though.
Fuck you. She's not a Skywalker, she's a
Yeah,
Palpatine
so-
doing identity theft.
Yeah.
Fucking just stole their
Yeah.
name.
Oh, she chose her own destiny. No, she
So-
chose.
Yeah,
Steal
Pal-
somebody else's.
She chose identity theft.
Yeah, I guess the Palpatines win after all. Isn't that a fucking
Yeah.
great
Somebody
ending?
Somebody should do a clip. Somebody should do a mashup of Ray Skywalker. Identity theft is not a joke.
Run, Ray Skywalker. Identity theft is not a joke. Fuck that up. Don't clip that.
Identity theft is not a joke. Millions of people are suffering because of it.
And you just cut back to Ray doing a fucking plank face like she always does.
Yeah.
She may be a Palpatine by blood and nobody by name, but she's a Skywalker by choice. It's a good
No.
ending to an
You
amazing
can't be
story.
something
So,
like
It's
Yes.
such an amazing story. I'm glad.
Do you just kind of accept whatever? Do you not like anything? Do you just kind of accept whatever slop is put in front of you?
I guess it's like a casual with a YouTube channel where they just consume and never think critically at all.
dumb. It seems like the
Consume.
perfect consumer, not asking questions, just consuming products.
I remember when I was just a blind
Consume.
consumer of shit.
Same.
Those
mean,
were simple
it-
days. When I would just watch
It
a
might
movie
sound
blindly.
arrogant, but
Do you guys remember good writing?
What
I
was that?
remember
What's
it.
that?
I remember it. It was called John Wick, John Carter, Lord of the Rings.
Shrek 1 and 2.
We didn't-
Spider-Verse.
We didn't have, and the worst that we could expect was something like the Hobbit movies or Aragon.
I have not seen that movie in
Crap, like-
forever.
We don't have crap like Artemis Fowl or Artemis Fowl movies makes the
Mulan.
Percy, New Lion.
We would
King,
not
the Disney
speak of that
remakes.
abomination done here at all.
Which one? The Lion King remake?
No,
The Mulan.
Mulan.
That abomination, especially with the fucking sword fighting. I like how the '93 actually has some pretty decent sword choreography for a cartoon, but yet the live action completely fucking fails.
And it even had the audacity to have the original Mulan voice actress have a cameo at the end, introducing her
Yeah.
replacement.
Oh, do you like how because this is a Chinese story, more or less, I think. They use a Japanese sword.
Uh,
Fucking
Uh,
they
legends.
do. They don't really use the Japanese swords. They don't use a katana, do they? They mostly use like
No,
Jian
the Mulan
swords.
sword, yeah, I think she does.
But not really. But no, not curved. Is it curved? I thought it wasn't curved.
I don't think it's curved. Wait a second.
Oh, maybe I'm misthinking it.
I know like the Mongol swords are curved.
Hello again.
Oh, well, no, it's not.
Do
Alright.
No, it's not
uh,
curved.
her
It
sword,
looks
the Mongol
very.
swords,
Yeah.
Mongol swords are curved, but her sword is not. Sword is
What
not katana.
sword are we talking about?
I
Looks
thought
like a
I
sword.
thought the
Mulan.
Mulan 2020 they used the Japanese sword. I was wrong.
Don't call it Mulan 2010.
No, they
Call
use
it Yulan.
that. That isn't as bad as compared to what Turf Nation is saying about the fight.
That's because Turf Nation is aneurysm inducing.
I was saying
But
that the sword choreography in the animated version was a lot better than Mulan 2020.
It's
yes,
not
well,
much.
if
That
you
is
want to know why I dipped out real quick, I'm sending pictures in the Discord group of what was at my front door that I had to bring inside and check.
Hmm.
nice.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Pretty nice.
My fiance bought me that.
who is this?
Oh,
Oh, is this
congratulations.
Ace? Is this
It's
Asajj
Ventress?
Ventress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Done by
Congratulations.
Sideshow.
Congratulations to the
Yay.
fighting expert on his upcoming marriage.
Thank you.
This is much more happier than what we were watching.
Just finish this.
Yeah,
Let's,
let's finish
let's
this
just
fight.
finish the thought.
Those are the moments and good shit in this film that I felt deserved to be talked about. Is this movie perfect?
It's like the fucking happy music. What the fuck?
Also, like,
Yeah.
we're not saying it
There's
has to
so
be
much-
perfect.
there's
We're
so much-
saying that it has to be bare minimum standard of quality, and it just fails.
It needs to be
so
consistent.
spectacular. Fails so spectacularly. It's not even funny to meet like the basic movie I think I've ever watched is like the Cinderella remake. Like that's perfectly average.
Yeah.
This
This looks like a
no.
Mustafar ripoff right here, like they were trying to do.
Yeah, and it's just when you actually look at again, I'm going to bring this up because I can and it's entertaining for you guys. When you look at like the behind the scenes stuff for the fight choreography, it's just like why?
Oh, I have never
Also,
seen anything from behind the scenes for the choreography.
don't. It's depressing. But
Imagine it is.
what a lot of people don't know is that Kathleen Kennedy herself had J.J. Abrams and the editors take out a clip of Rey's lightsaber fighting in The Rise of Skywalker that she was a lot more competent.
Why the fuck would you do that? Especially for female empowerment woman. Why the fuck would you do that?
I don't know, because with these people, they see competent sword fighting and they're like, oh, it's too flashy.
Yeah.
Or it's too flat.
Brain.exe has stopped working. Gotta reboot.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. This is a moot point.
No,
We've
not by a
discussed-
fucking mile. It's probably not even a good movie. But I
Oh, we
don't
can agree
care.
there.
I love Star Wars. And
You said it not. It's probably not even a good movie.
So what's the title of this fucking video?
You're tired of being- why
He's
you-
focusing on the positive, guys.
You've been fellatioing this movie for
Hey,
25 minutes at this
Turf
point.
Nation, you're supposed to be you're only about the positives, don't you remember? Why are you being so hateful? Wow.
But yet, like, he says the prequels are horrible, which
Earth Nation loves the prequels.
I couldn't tell with his server and his fan base.
He just barely made a video about the Phantom Menace, so why it's great.
Hmm.
Alright.
I
remember
think that he
something,
just kind of.
remember-
I
just
think that he
remember what I
likes.
was supposed to say. There's a lot of hugging and crying in this trilogy for some reason.
Between characters that barely know each other or share screen time.
Yep.
The unstable.
Yeah.
facts.
Also, let me put this into like actual context for you guys. So, The Last Jedi takes place 11 hours after The Force Awakens, and then The Rise of Skywalker takes place a year after The Last Jedi.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. It's like whiplash pacing.
It's a mess.
Whiplash, decapitation.
Let's finish this fight.
and even when these films are bad, I still find ways to enjoy them, because that's what love is. However, I'm not blinded though. I still see the flaws. I promised in the beginning of this video that I'd mention some of the negatives at the end, so I'll do that now. I don't like when they dumb the story down for us. Like when Maz narrates what Leia's doing. We know what the fuck she's doing. You don't have to tell us.
Oh, we
Show,
don't.
tell.
No, we don't.
It's not that hard.
No, we don't.
It's what
No,
the
we
don't. We
prequels
do-
did, but he says, "Oh, the flaws. Oh, the prequels bad." And it's like, honestly, I would be flipping you the bird with both my hands right
Mhm.
now.
Like,
Wow, why are you
could-
being so
I
hateful,
could
Turf
very
Nation?
easily
You're supposed to be about
predict
the
what was
positivity.
I could very easily predict that Leia was gonna die in this movie, but the way she dies is so confusing.
Remember
It's
that
funny
part
that
where
Ray
I
killed
say
her.
remember the part when I said he's gonna contradict himself, and now he's contradicting himself?
Yep.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Wow, why can't anybody ever be consistent with themselves?
Honestly, I think that this
Consistency
guy
is
just
the big
loves
key.
everything. I think he just loves everything. That's been my perspective on him. Just likes
Yes,
everything.
because he likes getting on his knees and sucking something.
It's like not even what it entails. It's just like a lollipop. He just gets on his knees like he's practicing.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What?
Let's finish this.
so delicious, so good.
Guys, we've been going for 3 hours.
This is baby shit. The fuck you talking about?
Well, maybe it's because it's almost 1 o'clock where I am.
Same.
All right, we'll
Let's
finish.
just finish this.
Or
Just
when
let it play
Poe
for 4
says,
minutes.
sad.
Probably nothing like
Right as C-3PO has his heartfelt goodbye. I can be emotional during this scene without the film telling me I need to be sad. Like, come on! Trust in the scene and let the emotions speak for themselves. C-3PO is a beloved character. We don't need some stupid-ass robot telling us what to feel. The moment does that for us. It's just annoying. But I guess children are watching and they need to understand this film too. But
Because
fuck
they're dumb.
the children. I don't like how the Force gets
Alright.
used way too much.
Could I also another rant because he brought up Dio, which honestly, the whole character concept of
Dio destroys this whole movie.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
destroys the plot completely.
but also it's like So one thing that's really been irking me is like a lot of people know this, but I'm actually autistic. So from time to time I see like, oh, we should have autistic representation in Star Wars, and I'm just like, no, no, we don't. We shouldn't have it.
After the new Predator movie.
Yeah. But then
that
also,
movie is insultingly awful.
yeah,
I don't know
And
which
I'm
is
not
I
not autistic, but I have a feeling that movie is really insulting to autistic people.
well,
but
autism is apparently the next evolution of humankind, and predators are searching for this autistic kid to rip his spinal fluid out.
yeah, it's so dumb. But also, one thing that just this is a meme word, but you guys will get a kick. And one thing that actually triggered me was a bunch of Karens on the internet going, "Oh, Dio from the Rise of Skywalker is autistic and all that." I'm like, do you see
Oh,
my eye twitching?
is
Yeah, reminds me of Autism Speaks.
it's terrible.
Fucking robot. Why is it even in
It's,
there?
that is remarkably stupid.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
Autism Speaks, by the way, is essentially PETA, except for Asperger's.
Alright,
Well,
let's get this.
Problem in this solved with the Force. It's just lazy writing. Please give me some interesting solutions where the characters have to rely on something other than space religion.
Please!
Poe and Finn have no personal stories in this film. Rey and Kylo have wonderful arcs, but these two have nothing. They're part of the plot, yes, but none of the emotional baggage comes from them. C-3PO has more character moments in this movie than both of them combined, and he's the comic
Yeah.
relief character. I'm just sad at how they massacred my boys. So no, I'm not a dumbass. I understand and accept the flaws and the cracks of this film. It's not a great
Oh,
movie,
here comes
but
the
in my
emotional
opinion,
music.
Thought
it's
you
still a
said it
great
was
Star
great.
well, what I
A
will
great
say,
Star Wars.
Rey's actually technically a Sith because when she died, she didn't become one with the Force. Her body just stayed there.
Dun dun dun.
So
It's all the Sith
honestly, like,
confirmed.
Wait, does that
Disney.
confirm? Wait, does that confirm that Palpatine did go inside her? Oh my
Yes,
god!
of course it does. Of course it does.
Yeah. So next time someone says like, "Oh, the sacrifice is so poetic with Ben Solo," it's like, you do know he brought back a Sith, right?
Back
And
is
now the Sith will rule the galaxy.
And we
We
shall
will
have
peace.
peace.
P.
P. Oh no.
We shall have
Lots,
peace.
lots and lots
Here.
Star
of
Wars movie.
Here's your
Not
cup
a
of tea.
fantastic film, but it's fun. It's entertaining. And it has satisfying moments for characters that I really
No, it's
care
not
about.
fun.
It has some high points that make me forget the low points. And that's what I want
But
from a movie of this
when you
caliber.
also
The
look
absolute worst thing.
One thing that just baffles me is that once Rey gets on Exegol with the X-Wing, when you actually zoom in on the X-Wing, it's still covered in crap, and like the engines are still horrible. So it's like, how did the X-Wing fly?
It's just a
Because I
model
remember-
that they just fucking they didn't bother editing at all.
She used Luke's.
And then
sword-
also, how did
Luke's
Ben
sword to repair it.
at this point find a TIE fighter capable of
FTL.
going
It
into
was inside
hyperspace?
the Death Star, expert. Why are you thinking?
Yeah, stop
Aren't,
thinking. Consume product and stop thinking.
I'm an autistic engineer that loves sword fighting. I think for myself.
Oh
fighting
my god,
experts.
you can't do it. That's illegal.
About the TIE fighter thing, I think the First Order TIE fighters do indeed have hyperdrive.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
shown earlier
Yeah,
in the
but
movie,
he
so
found a TIE fighter
yeah, that's a
in
different
the
issue. but
destroyed Death Star.
yeah, that's retarded, obviously. But I
Oh,
was just
you know
pointing
me.
out the fact that it could have had.
It'd be more freaking hilarious. It to subvert our expectations. He comes back with the Death Star. It's like, hey guys.
Just holds a Palpatine and just raises it and puts it all together.
Hey bitches, look alike. Have your fucking Death Star, you piece of shit. He just shoots the laser at Palpatine. Explodes him for the third time.
And also killing Rey.
Well, that's good.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Alright,
Exact.
we got 2 minutes. We can do
A
it.
film can be is forgettable, and this one is definitely not forgettable. Many months ago I made a video ranking each of the Star Wars movies from
Whoa. That fucking title screen is really wrong.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's
flipped.
completely broken.
TLJ is the best, and and Revenge of the Sith is the worst.
Oh, wait.
Okay, where's my gun?
Here you go.
Don't worry, I'll bring you back.
Alright, let's.
Right, you might be arrested if you hand me your gun.
I am the
But-
king of the land of always winter. I'm not even in your realm of reality.
Try
I'm
me.
an
Keep
angel, so I
going.
can retreat to another dimension.
Keep going.
from
keep
worst
going,
to
folks.
best.
We're-
And in that video I put Rise of Skywalker on the bottom, below Phantom Menace and Attack the Clones. But honestly,
Oh, fuck
making
you.
this video has given me a new appreciation for it. It has helped me
Oh.
realize that this
What?
movie really isn't my
Oh. You see all that, right?
Is wrong.
The funny thing is,
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker absolutely deserves to be on the bottom.
Yes.
Well, it depends on certain
There is
people, because
so-
some people who hate TLJ just for the fact that it's very malicious. And
Not just
Ro-
the fact that it's stupid and broken.
and TROS is
devoid of
just
merit.
incompetent and insane.
Yeah, subjectively, I think I would say I dislike TLJ even more, but this movie is definitely worse.
I would say that The Force Awakens breaks the universe more, because that's like the beginning of
Well,
the
it's
end.
more like that breaks the universe, and then these two break the universe even more.
Yeah.
Least franchise. I had a lot of personal strife with this one when I first watched it, but I must say that if I made this video again, it
What was pretty much what you say. If you turned your brain off, you can enjoy it. It's pretty much it. Nothing else.
Matt,
Check.
for me, I can't even do that.
I know that's
Normal
what that's
people
what
shouldn't
he's
be able to do that.
I can't do that. This movie hurts my head too much. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, if you want to laugh, people on, well, me, few other people on Anomalies Discord have figured out that according to Cosmonaut, Plinkett, and a few others with the midichlorians, that basically being autistic means you are strong with the Force and a Jedi.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor them.
Oh,
Get him fighting. Get him.
wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So pretty much I'm a Force wielding autistic.
Mega mind.
That sounds surprisingly offensive. And to me, who, like, I'm pretty tolerant of certain things. Yeah, that's just awful. That is just one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
And now everybody is dumber in this room thanks to them. To
Yeah.
quote that one
Everyone-
guy.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
in
yet
this
again,
room is
I
dumber
am
now.
autistic, so.
Alright, we got a minute left.
I'd probably be on the bottom anymore. I think this film is better than Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, mainly
No.
because none of them are good movies.
What?
None
None of them are good movies. What?
That's brilliant.
None of the Star Wars movies are great movies.
The sound design alone is better this entire movie. Like,
No, I think
Empire
what-
Strikes
I think what he means
Empire
is-
Strikes Back Empire Strikes Back is pretty much flawless.
No, I think he meant that Rise of Skywalker, Attack of the Clones, and The Phantom Menace are not good movies.
Okay, that makes more
Comparing
sense, yeah.
But even then,
He's-
still.
The Phantom
Jesus.
Menace, Attack of the Clones, and The Rise of Skywalker, he says that out of all three, they're horrible movies, but yet The Rise of Skywalker beats the other two.
Does this man not understand how structure works?
I
No.
don't understand how anything works.
Just keep going. This is just.
If he did, then
So
we
I have to
wouldn't
rank
be
them based on
covering
how
them.
enjoyable they are. Because when Star Wars movies aren't nuanced or trying to say something new, at least they're entertaining space action. So that's how I rank the lower movies.
No.
And honestly, it's no contest. To me, The Rise of Skywalker is better than Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. In terms of continuity and connectivity with the
disagree.
trilogy it's a
I
part of, yes,
disagree.
it fails. But as a movie, it could be a whole lot worse. It's not a poorly made film. I'm sorry.
No, it is.
It
It is
absolutely
very
is.
bad.
What do you even say to
By
this at this
virtue of-
point?
You,
Man's delusional.
point where they reuse footage in the middle of the movie, where like there's a during that the fight on Exegol where they just reuse the same
Yep.
scene
I've made
moves
note
from
of
the
that
same.
several times. They use the exact
Yeah.
same scene from a different angle.
I have a migraine again, and I haven't even watched the movie yet.
Hard to say. Completely standard space action adventure movie that becomes
but it-
significantly better if you're a fan. It's mindless action that at
No,
times
it
make you
becomes-
think
That's not
deeper
what
about
Star
some interesting
Wars is.
concepts. There's enough good shit in this
We're
film
not
for you
pausing
to
it because
appreciate,
it's
which I
50
think there is in every Star Wars film. Just because I don't think the first two prequels are good movies or fit well with my own movie taste, doesn't mean I can't find a plethora of things to enjoy about them. Because they're still Star Wars, and when it comes to Star Wars, then I'll always find a way to enjoy myself. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this.
No, we did not. This was awful. Please.
Okay, I need pizza and a beer.
I might go with that route later today. Well, besides for the beer part, I don't really drink that much, and well, the only time I ever drink is on streams.
I haven't
Maybe I should-
had a
maybe I
drink,
should
but like
consider
after
it.
that, just especially when he talked about the fighting, I'm just like, I need a drink.
Certainly.
Mhm.
Well,
I'm gonna cook up some either. I'll have to make the decision of pizza, pork steak, or beef steak. Whichever one
What
would
are
be
the
better than this.
choices?
oh, Dunn, are we doing anything tonight, or is that what day is the Lord of the Rings?
I think that's gonna wait for a little bit. I think so. I think like we're just gonna take a break from Lord of the Rings while Neff kind of gets her power situation.
Oh yeah,
But
that's right.
I do have to get going since we're all finished. So
Yeah, I should
Yeah.
probably go
Yep.
to sleep now.
So, all right,
Okay.
say our goodbyes then. We
Bye,
had a
guys.
great old gay old time, didn't we all?
We did.
it was so gay. It was
Yes.
so
Well-
gay, man.
I'm glad I could entertain you guys with my rants.
Yay!
It was so horny.
And if you guys want to see another one of these, the like is
The
and the
TLJ
channel.
one, apparently.
No, fuck you.
Ready. Ready.
So do the
See you guys later.
Yay, fuck you. So do the subscribe-tisms if you think I'm actually doing a good job, or no, the like. Fuck YouTube shit. You know, do the thing. You know,
Fuck
the thing.
you.
Likes and subs.
Click the like, hit
Fuck you, dude.
subscribe, and also turn on notifications. because chances are most of you watching are actually not subscribed.
And
yeah,
we
fuck
might.
YouTube. Luck
Yep.
White Dragon.
Yes, and Discord PM me for a new video to cover, because this is far more entertaining than doing balls all at home. Even though it's kind of painful sometimes, like this one.
Yeah.
Alright, any last
Oh,
words? We're gonna close this thing down.
I
Happy
am the
you're
fighting
happy as a guest.
expert.
I will
Oh.
put
I am
the
Ailmas
link to
Diabonlus,
to the Discord.
and yeah, you can put a link to the Discord in the description or something.
To like the two
Meanwhile,
people
I'm
who
Ailmas
weren't.
Diabonluster, and it's been nice.
Yes, sir. And 3, 2, 1, bye bye.
Bye.
Right.